Good appropriate time of the day to you, friends and enemies. I am Richard, and this whole thing around us. Why, that's LMTDTMFFR. Or say it with me now. Limited time offer. No vowels. How are you doing today? Hopefully you can hear me over the sound. I have lowered it since it was pointed out that it was very loud. I can always lower it again, however, you know, if it needs to be. But yes, here we are at the start of a new Point&Click Sunday. Huzzahs! Yes, it is Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father, 20th Anniversary Edition. What a long title, eh? Yep. Still, this is I was going to say this is a good game, but I'm going to say I don't know. I know that the original was a good game. I assume that this one holds up the standards, you know, given that it's been 20th Anniversary Edition, and you know they get all 20 years to update and improve all of the stuff that was going on in the original. Although, how can you improve on Tim Curry? Answer: you can't, not at all. Yeah. But here we are. So why don't we just kick off, start right now, and, you know, see how it goes. So we'll just go straight over to Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. And as you can see, there's an option right there for the graphic novel, which we won't be looking at because that has spoilers. And it came with... I was going to say it came with the original... Something similar came with the original game. Instead, trying to dredge it from his memory. But yes, we're just going to go straight into the game, and I might even turn my camera off. So yeah, okay. Titular Hero, Anniversary Edition. and a thanks, a call out to the original team there at the end. But yes, maybe you can hear me over the music. Day 1. I dreamt of blood upon the shore, of ice that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and black, as was her scented skin. 3D Paperboy. Amazing what they can do with technology these days, eh? Sure that's not day 7? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel's a lout. I mean, he's out. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Bye-bye.
Somebody doesn't like Gabriel.
Good morning. You look like hell. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Yes, because having nightmares is what I do, apparently. 7th damn night in a row.
I told you, it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw with your karma.
Unfortunately, I don't think my readers would go for a horror novel about fluffy bunny rabbits. So voodoo it is.
You mean your reader? She lives in Wisconsin, doesn't she?
Bite me.
Hey, what goes on in your bed stays in your bed as far as I'm concerned. I have messages for you when you want them.
There we go, and now we are back. And yes, I did intend to bring my face back, but now look, I'm going to cover it with the pause button and part of that, so yeah, let's just wait a bit. Score bar shows your score. It's going through key events, solving puzzles, and learning more about the world. Try and get the maximum score. Not going to happen. Not in the first run through, anyway. Clicking and holding down the score bar will show all the hotspots in the area. The spacebar also reveals them. Move your cursor around the screen to find hotspots or to move. Click once to walk and double click to teleport. Ooh, I didn't realize it had teleporting powers. Oh. If you can interact with someone or something, the cursor will highlight and display a text label. Clicking on it to see what actions are available. Pause button displays the menu. Pressing escape also does this. F5 to open the save menu and F7 to open the load menu. Well, now we know all the important things, eh? Nope, no we don't. The journal button, which is this bit down here, displays Gabriel's journal, which records his thoughts as you play. The journal records clues and important information. The journal's hints tab provides guidance, so if I get stuck, there we go. I can always look it up myself. The start button displays special edition content, such as concept art, notes, interviews, and more. Each area shows different special edition content. Doubt we'll be clicking on any of that, because as much fun as it is, I'm here to show the game, not the, oh, look at all the concept art and notes and stuff. This button hides all the other buttons on the bottom of the screen. Pressing this button will display them again. Good to know. And the inventory bag opens the inventory window. As does pressing I. Not your I, the I on the keyboard. Left of the bag is your active item, which can be selected from the inventory. Clicking on it, the active item lets you interact with it. The map button teleports Gabriel to the world map. You can also press M to go to the map in certain areas of the game. This button will be grayed out and cannot be used. Oh. Wow, this isn't a very good way of displaying it, is it? Use the talk icon, presumably to talk to someone. Use the hand icon to pick up stuff. Use the operate icon to interact with objects in the world, such as a lever. Use the activity button to use the item that you have, I guess. Use the eye icon to look at things, and use the open icon to interact with the object. You can open or close. This is, I was going to say it's my fault, but that's not. It's not my fault. And now I think put my face back. Because one of the options is to change the size of the font. And I put it on the largest one you could, because on the default, which is only halfway across, the text is tiny. Very difficult to read, specifically the talking stuff, which, you know, you don't have to see, but it's good to have that there. And the red on the white didn't and the size of the font made it difficult to read. But the fact that nobody went, oh, let's put it up to the highest thing and then, you know, not show them exactly how this works out, that's a thing. Yeah, perfect remake, 10 out of 10. No notes. Indeed. Oh, and here we go, replay the tutorial. Well, I mean, F1 to replay the tutorial, you say? I mean, we could find out what those things actually say by, look, font size. Ooh, we could put it down, and it was about there when it started. See, it's so much smaller, and the red stuff you just couldn't see. Here we go, now we know that the talk icon to talk to people is usually the place to look for topics, hand icon to pick things up and add them to your inventory, operate icon to interact with objects in the world such as the lever, use the active item button to display items with someone or something, use the eye icon to look around at people and objects and learn more about them, use the open icon to interact with an object that can open or close, such as a mouth. No, not a mouth? Something other than a mouth? Alright. Meow. Alright. And now look at all these things, so many things. Oh, good, press the spacebar. So many things. Windows, balconies. Mats, coffee machines. And of course, Gabriel. What have you got first of all, Gabriel? Oh, selecting an item from your inventory allows it to become your active item. It can appear as an icon while interacting with people or objects while playing. Underneath the list of items are 3 buttons. The eye allows you to examine the selected item. The magnifying glass allows you to Gabriel to interact with the item. And the plus button allows you to combine 2 items. Yes, combine coffee with mug to make coffee and mug. But yeah, we haven't got anything. That's not a plus icon. Alright, let's interact with the coffee machine first of all, as we know. Oh, look at it.
Blessed caffeine.
And there's our narrator. Let's have another cup.
Good coffee.
Every word you say just reminds me you're not Tim Curry. You know. What have we got here? Books?
The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, nothing written by Gabriel.
Excellent, good to know.
Gabriel doesn't want to take that with him.
Oh, okay. What can we see outside the window then? Oh,
The windows of St. George's Books overlook Bourbon Street.
good to know. What have we got in the box?
The box has Gabriel's name on it, written in his grandmother's handwriting.
Oh.
Gabriel's father's old sketchbook sits on the top.
Well, I don't want the old sketchbook. Ugh. Let's see what else is in the box. Maybe she left me some stocks in something. No. Alright, okay. Now I have a sketchbook. Anything else in the box?
The box has Gabriel's name on it, written in his grandmother's handwriting.
No, look, that got us a point. Now we can look at the sketchbook.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil.
I mean, I can see somebody having, like, a favourite pen or something, but a favourite disposable charcoal pencil? Not really what I would think. Hey, now I have a sketchbook. Ho, ho, ho. Indeed.
Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious.
Hey, and we're getting another point. That's not going to be annoying, is it? That point getting noise. Hey, look at them. Let's stop looking at the horrible evil pictures of evil horribleness. And instead, look at something else which is horrible and evil.
Today's newspaper is on the counter.
Oh, let's interact with it then.
Times dated June 18th, 1993. The Aquarius horoscope says, potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Read the newspaper every day for new information about important locations and activities. Also, you know, we saw how Gabriel picked up the newspaper and then unfolded it to read the inside, and now we have the headlines displayed to us. You know, I spot an inconsistency. Only 6 murders in 2 months have pushed the residents of New Orleans into a cold state of fear. The crimes have been dubbed the Voodoo Murders due to the ritual trappings found at the crime scenes. Police have no leads. Oh well, that's why they need me to solve it. But they said in a press statement today that the victims are all out-of-towners, so we don't care about them. I guess actually we do care about them because we're New Orleans, and thus tourist trade is a big part of our things. Of our money-making thing? Economy, that's the word. Anyway, that's cold comfort for natives who've been locking their doors at night and leaving the once rollicking streets of the French Quarter deserted. The mayor has promised a swift resolution to the case, but so far, neither the NOPD or NOPD or the perpetrators seem to be listening. Well, there we go. Oh, can I...
Times dated June 8th.
No, okay.
Potential...
Yes, we know Aquarius.
Right.
Right. And now we know when it's set. 1993. So the anniversary edition would have come out somewhere around 2013, somewhere? So, you know, we're only getting to this. The 30th anniversary edition should be out. Hey, what's on the counter? Or under the counter? Ah! T-shirts!
I practically own stock in these guys. Gracie's resume.
Gracie's resume.
She was way overqualified. And also the only person who applied.
Keychains? Oh,
Those
so
keychains
many.
were for a promo I tried once, before I realized it was hopeless.
Poor Gabriel. Gloves, you say?
My
Or
spare
maybe
motorcycle gloves.
Richard's just redeemed T-shirt, C-shirt.
Very appropriate, yes. I wondered if something like that might happen. Well, oh my goodness. So many things.
Someone left those here after Mardi Gras.
Oh, well, good.
Someone left those here after Mardi Gras.
Oh, I guess that could be those. I was assuming there was more than one guard there. Well, t-shirt, C-shirt. We'll go over here. And today I am wearing a big old TARDIS. With lots of swirly energies and things coming out of it. All over the place. How exciting, yes? Yes, I do indeed like Doctor Who. You may not have known that about me, but you know, there we go. I enjoy it, both the new and the old seasons. They're great. And some of the spin-offs, though not all of them. You never heard of such a thing? Well, let me tell you. It's about a time-travelling British... Well, no, not British. Time-travelling alien who decided that Britain was the best and will come over and defend it whenever things happen to it. You know, as most aliens do. You know, don't believe the American media where everything happens in America. Believe the British media where everything happens in Britain. Or a lot of things happen in Britain, at least. I expect a lot of things will be happening in other places now that Disney has some of the rights to distribute it in the rest of the world, but not in the UK, I believe, or at least show the programs, because it will be on their Disney Plus service soon. But yeah, I'm putting my jumper back on. It's a bit cold here this morning. It's been rainy and wet today. There we go. Right, what other exciting things do we have? Look at here. New Orleans Guidebook. Why would you have one of those? I guess you are a bookshop. So, you know, maybe. Ooh, tweezers! Look at them glinting there. Ooh, we can only pick them up. We can't look at them. Who would want to look at an object before you pick it
I'm
up?
going to take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a bit scruffy.
Are you talking about plucking my eyebrows or something? That's not good. Oh look, there's a dragon.
I always had a thing for St. George, the one who slew a dragon. Yeah, it's probably bigger than this little guy, though.
I mean, I didn't make any deal out of it at all, but that was very recently. That was the 23rd of April, so 5 days ago from the time this is going on. St. George's Day. Don't really care. We don't really do a lot to celebrate those sort of things. I mean, occasionally there'll be people who might put up flags or something, but not as a nation.
That's from Gran. She likes to think it means someone's watching over me. I'm not so sure about that, but I don't have a heart to get rid of it.
It was also the day that Fallout London was meant to be released. That was the more important part. And then it didn't get released because Bethesda were going to break it just a few days later. Oh, we can have.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
We can't look at the Dracula. That's a shame. Blake Backlash books.
The Blake Backlash series. My literary claim to fame, such as it is.
I wonder if he faced any backlash for making those. And a rabbit's foot.
Not so lucky for the rabbit, was it?
I mean, yes. A snow globe. Can we shake it?
I forget
Watch it?
where that
No?
came from, but seems like a nice place to visit.
And the self-help books.
Just a few self-help books. That one on top was a joke gift from Mosley.
Fear of contentment, I think that might say at the top there. Hairspray.
I don't use hairspray. Nope, not me.
I was going to say, you don't need to, you're a 3D star. And a sexy picture, you say.
Fun times.
That looks like it was taken in the 1950s. Can't. So you were a long-lived immortal?
You can't take 2 steps down Bourbon Street without ending up with a strand of beads.
Yeah, well, now we have seen all of the things. Are there any more? Newspaper article. Oh, that one. Mask, Gunner Gloves, Dragon Setting. Yeah, we've seen everything except newspaper article. Will we get more points for seeing this?
Local interest piece on the store.
Ah.
It didn't garner the sympathy sales I was hoping for.
No, never mind. There we go. Now, stop bending over with your knees and ruining them. What have we got here? We have the magnifying glass, which we can look at. The magnifying glass button highlights all items that we're directly interacted with from the inventory screen. Oh, okay. Selecting items after That's not what I wanted. What I wanted to do was look at the magnifying glass. Maybe that way. The I button allows you to examine the items and learn more about it and its uses. That's what I wanted.
The magnifying glass is an expensive one with an inlaid jade handle, an heirloom from Gabriel's grandfather.
An heirloom magnifying glass. I have never really heard of such a thing. Maybe Sherlock would have one? Just because it was so iconic to his character? But then he didn't have heirs, so they weren't iconic to his character. Oh, I keep
The
doing it the wrong way
tweezers from
round.
the bookshop are an old stainless steel pair that Gabriel had forever.
I mean, yeah. I'm pretty certain I own a pair of tweezers. I must do. I certainly bought one at some point, and I was just going to say, would you ever buy more than one unless they got sat on or something?
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil.
Same thing we've seen before, and that's just what you can do, and that's the combine item. Even though it looks nothing like a plus, like they suggested, and you know, it doesn't look like cogs to combine things together anyway. I guess cogs aren't really combined, I'm just thinking of that from Broken Sword. Anyway, tutorial, the combine item allows you to combine 2 items by clicking on them. All combinable items are highlighted in blue. The active item is not combinable, it will be highlighted green. No, if it is combinable, sorry, we highlighted green. If it's not combinable, then they will be highlighted yellow. To combine items, click a proper combinable item with your active items. Alright, I was going to do that. Let's see if we can combine it with a magnifying glass. I mean, I guess that just means we get a closer look at it. No? So they are combinable, but not with each other. And we get a lovely noise to tell us it's not. That's not going to be annoying. What's that you say? You failed miserably. Oh, okay. Can we see on the balcony?
Gabriel plans to turn the balcony into a schmaltzy cafe if he ever gets the cash.
And what can we...
The balcony floor needs work and is unsafe.
I was going to say, what can we do up there? Oh, here's some coats. Let's look at the
Dramatic,
coats.
isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat. He has a thing for black leather.
In the Louisiana heat. Alright, okay.
Grace's coat is a simple but classic trench coat. Gabriel hates people with good taste.
And apparently we can pick it up or interact with it in
Leave
some
my
way.
coat alone, Gabriel.
I was going to say. World of Snakes, German English Dictionary. Oh, also das Russia. Das Lyric. Heinz Ritter. Nola. Oh, New Orleans, Los Angeles. What? Not Los Angeles. No. Fast. And Sidrath. Alright, what is World of Snakes?
It's a book about the world of snakes.
I mean, is it talking about them all, how they slither on the ground and the good places for them to hide under, or what are we talking about?
Hey, that's interesting. Snakes can sense their prey by vibration.
Did you know that medieval legends about dragons and giant worms are actually based on snakes? You know, dragons, devils, sea monsters. They've always been associated with snakes.
Grace, get alive.
The perfect hunter. Snakes can hunt in total darkness. They can use their sight to find the prey, but also hunt by vibrations. They're attracted to vibrations, hoping for an easy meal, often drawn to motors and machines for that reason. Well, alright. We'll try desperately to remember that, eh?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Reise means a journey. I wonder if I'll ever use this stuff.
I don't know. Are you going to give me a second
Gabriel
word?
leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Mittag means midday, noon.
Yes.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachen Breath.
Yes, probably. Because you use the word breath, and there's very little that you can say when you're talking about somebody's breath that is great. Your breath is as fresh as a ham. I seem to recall that's something from Futurama, though I got the quote very wrong.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen means dragons.
No, we're looping now.
I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachen Breath.
And German poetry.
A book of German poetry that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather. Gabriel has always found it strangely compelling.
Just trying to think how much stuff I own that comes from members of my family.
Drei Drachen kriegen in meinen Schlaf, die Seele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling this guy was one sick puppy.
I mean, dragon. I mean, we could try and translate it. I mean, but I don't think so. H227, just in case we need it. Can I close that book? Or do I have to... Okay, that doesn't close everything. Will it give us a different...
Drei Drachen...
No, it's the same thing. Alright. Wasn't sure. Onwards! Let's press the spacebar. Oh my god, exit map, coat rack, coat rack. We haven't looked at the coat rack, but we've looked at all the coats.
The only way to use the coat rack is by putting a coat on it. Well, there may be other ways, but it's a bit heavy
You'd
to
rate the
lug
game wide
into the
open if you spoke German.
bedroom.
Yeah. Next newspaper, gargoyle. We haven't looked at the gargoyle or the chandelier. look at the chandelier first of all.
The chandelier is original. Gabriel finds it charming.
Also too expensive to replace.
All right. He can't afford to replace it.
Exactly. Thank you very much, narrator. Oh, I can talk to the gargoyle.
Cute
Excellent.
gargoyle, eh?
And interact
The
with it.
gargoyle has no function but sheer ugliness. Not unlike... Oh, never mind.
Ho ho ho.
Life is too short to talk to ugly statues.
You
Then
never know
that
it by the
statue
women
is
you
too-
date.
Too short as well. Hilarious.
The ladder provides access to the uppermost shelves of the bookcase.
Well, then let's go to the top of the bookcase. Who knows what's up there?
If you try to look down my shirt one more time, I'm leaving.
Just trying to
And then
refresh my
tomorrow's the
memory.
reason might find
I
in
know
this
what
room.
you're
I
trying
was
to
thinking that same
refresh,
thing.
and
It's
it
been
isn't
like
your
40
memory.
minutes.
Get
We haven't
down.
gone anywhere. But you know, you've got to hear all of the lovely non-Tim Curry voice acting and make yourself even sadder every time you realise it's not Tim Curry. Alright, the register.
Gabriel looks at the cash register, checking for cobwebs.
We can use it.
Gabriel opens the cash register to examine the take, or in the case of St. George's books, the mistake.
Oh, I'm sure these are American coins of some description. Oh, there's a gift certificate. Ooh.
It's a $20 gift certificate left over from yet another dismal failure of a
I
promotion.
mean, it's in the thing, so it can't be that much. It can't be that much of a dismal failure if somebody has used it.
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
Look at that, we have a gift certificate and we have money.
The cash register contains about $20 in small bills and change.
Gabriel, that's all the change I have. Touch it and you can kiss your hand goodbye.
Would I do that to you?
Maybe.
That doesn't work that way.
Oh, well, there we go. There's a thing that we're going to be hearing a lot, eh?
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Oh, we got multiple different things.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Okay, we got two. Then we got all the money. Can we close the cash register? It's closed. Excellent. Look, there's an ashtray that we can look at.
It's an ashtray.
Yep. Ha! Let's try and use the gift certificate with the ashtray and burn it up.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
No, I didn't think you could. Anybody called
Gabriel would rather use the phone in his studio for privacy.
on the phone? Don't tell me what Gabriel would like to do. I am the one in control of Gabriel right now.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
I mean, it's art. So why not?
Nope. No safe full of money back there.
Ah, what a shame. Alright, and we only have Gracie left to look at? Oh, to talk to, sorry? I guess we're going to look at them as well. Oh, no, art supplies as well.
Grace keeps her art supplies here.
Alright, well, they're mine now.
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
Yes, he would if I told him to. Oh, we didn't look at desk.
The old desk is one Gabriel picked up near a dumpster. Not too shabby, huh? But okay, maybe it is.
Alright. No, not Gabriel. Grace. Hello, Grace. Would you like a gift certificate to buy something from this shop?
So what do you think of this gift certificate?
I think that promotion was the best idea you ever had. And I mean that sincerely.
Alright. Well,
Don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Oh, nothing. Like I haven't tried.
you haven't tried interacting with her before. Alright, okay. Hello. What's going on? What do you want to tell me about the exciting world?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Hey, and there we go. And you can see I covered up Gabriel's portrait on my starting/end screen with me instead. Alright. Hey, do you know anything? No, let's ask about messages.
Do you have messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What did he want?
He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey, and that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Let me guess. This has to do with the Voodoo Murders, right? Some kind of inside police information? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new book?
Maybe. A writer has a certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character's a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
I
As
could put
long
him in
as
as
it's
a
a
victim.
male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough, thanks.
Wow, we got some points for talking about a pit bull.
Do you have messages for me?
You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter. He was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent. Maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany? Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
want to waste all
fine.
my profit
Let's just hope
on
he's not
selling a
with the
book.
German lottery for pitiful American authors.
If I sold him a book, I would spend all of my money on the phone call over there. Alright. More messages?
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great. We had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry, I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
And she sent over that box on the table for you.
The one I have already investigated. Any other
Do
messages?
you have messages for me?
Dana called and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Toss 'em.
Okie dokie. Well, that's all the messages for now.
Oh, tough luck. I'm going to ask you if you've got any more messages anyway.
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
That doesn't sound great. You shouldn't be giving everything to your boss like that. Stand up for yourself. Don't make work your life. Alright, tell me something about New Orleans, the place that we live in, that I definitely know loads and loads of things about.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
No, Narlands.
I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Yeah, it's so 3D now.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
You're the native. Don't ask me.
Oh, it's disappeared this time. Oh well. Tell me about Voodoo Murders.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Just what I read in the papers, same as you.
But I
What
don't
do you
read the
know
papers
about
very
the
often.
Voodoo Murders?
You won't get far questioning me about it, Sherlock.
What about voodoo itself? Do you do that voodoo
What do you know about
that you do so
voodoo?
well?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
Nah, I don't think so.
What do you know about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
What about voodoo research?
Did you find any good voodoo resources for me?
The best in the city are supposedly the Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in the French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. If you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
More points. Hey, I can request research, but I don't know what on yet.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of
Just
anything.
research something in general. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Ah, why not?
What do you want to know?
Everything. Anything. Yeah, exactly.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
I actually wanted to know how old you were because I wanted to know whether you were saying 18 years of school is enough, whether you were 18 and thus counting the years that you weren't actually at school, or whether you were smart enough to not count those years. Do you like working here at St. George?
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old
mean,
books.
it's not about relativity,
and it's a nice
so
way to
yes.
pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
What are you doing after work?
What do you do after work?
I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
Oh, I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Yeah, why
Works
not?
for me.
What's wrong with that? Hey, I don't particularly want to, but we just
How
want to
come
cover
we
off
haven't
everything,
gone
so-
out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. Soon as I get it, I'll let you know, okay?
Huzzah! Tell me anything.
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it. I thought spending a few months here would clear my head.
What about anything?
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
I mean, it all depends.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Alright, well, I guess we'll exit. I mean, I know you do exit a conversation, but that feels so abrupt. Why doesn't it say goodbye or something? Alright, well, I mean, now we can go out into the world, or we can go into our bedroom to go to sleep. So, you know, well, not just to sleep. Hey, look, a whole new room to look at and things to explore. How much have we got in here? So much more.
Several dozen books, including a few of Gabriel's novels, occupy the shelves above his desk. Gabriel doesn't feel like reading right now.
How do you know? Are you imposing this upon him?
The typewriter is beginning to accumulate cobwebs.
Should I feel guilty? Nah.
And a typewriter.
The typewriter is too heavy to lug around.
So what? I mean, I can carry anything in my pockets.
Can't. Writer's block.
The
It's in the
wastebasket
garbage bin.
overflows with crumpled pages of mediocre glory.
If I threw those pages away, they weren't worth reading.
That's not necessarily true.
Gabriel's mini stereo isn't exactly high fidelity. Then again, neither is he.
We're gonna have music, or is this...
I want you to take hold of your prayer clothes. Better yet, take hold of your radio, and let's do a miracle. But first, I want to talk about doing what's right. Those of you who are out there listening to these radio waves of comfort, you know what I'm talking about. Every day, this program reaches out into the darkness and pulls lost souls from the grasp of the devil himself. Oh, but now I don't have to tell you that the Lord's work does not come cheap, my friends.
Yes, it does.
So I want you to get up, right now. Take out an envelope, fill it with whatever you can, and send it today. We both know that's doing what's right. I ask you, my friends, have
Whatever
you done
I
your share
can,
today?
you say.
Or are you being carried by those dedicated
anything
souls
I
who
could
support
put
this ministry with their
at all
generous gifts
in an
and
envelope
offerings?
and send it to you.
Remember, my friends, faith that costs nothing does nothing. Simply send your gifts of faith to Reverend Bob, and your name will be blessed.
Could I
Hallelujah.
send?
That's it for this week, friends. Enjoy the wonderful, wonderful music, and may God watch over you.
I don't know what you could put
Do
in.
you have men problems? Someone put a hex on you? Call Sister Cross. Through the power of love and the Lord Jesus
I think
Christ,
you're
she can fix what
Gabriel,
ails you.
but with a different voice.
At Giant Discount Bookstore, we discount every title 50%. When you see our selection and prices, you'll never want to shop with those little guys again. The Creole Grandams will hold their annual Gardenia Festival and Tea this coming Tuesday at the Sons of Burgundy Hall. Admission is free.
I want you to take hold of your prayer clothes.
All right, you can be
Better
taken
yet,
off now.
take hold of your radio, and let's do a...
Alright, well, Gabriel, go with it. Actually, let's try teleporting. Woo! My god, the power of teleportation. It was within our grasp all along. We just needed to learn how to fade out of existence. It's a chair.
An office chair waits for Gabriel to sit down and write something.
Yeah, but we
If
wanna...
Gabriel sat down, he might actually have to write something.
I mean, I'm sitting down. I'm not writing anything.
Gabriel's desk has been gathering dust since he wrote his last novel.
I keep right-clicking in order to bring
Gabriel
up that
likes
thing.
subdued lighting in his studio.
I know it's not the way, but hey.
I'll just leave it on.
Yeah, why not waste all that electricity? And increase your electricity bill, he says. Trying to remember what they
A
were.
little cold bubbly and brie cheese is about all Gabriel's fridge ever has in it.
I mean, that is a tiny fridge. I would call that a mini fridge and not a regular fridge. So yes,
Gabriel,
Neo
shut that refrigerator, please. Oh, I can smell it from here.
Women.
The instant power of traveling spells, apparently.
The
Smells,
closet
even, not
is loaded
spells.
with white t-shirts. There's one black button-down for those fancy occasions.
I might be able to use this black shirt.
I mean, you might be able to. What about these shirts?
An abundance of white t-shirts.
All my clothes look the same, so why change them?
I mean, because people like it when you wear
The
different
dresser
clothes.
holds a meager supply of underwear and 38 pairs of mismatched socks.
What,
A
what
poster
if
on
I
the
had
wall advertises Mardi
same
Gras,
clothes every
the
day?
biggest
Then
party
what?
of the year in New Orleans.
And then how would I amaze people with t-shirts, c-shirts? I wouldn't, would I? That would be boring. Nobody else would
Let sleeping
enjoy
lions
seeing
lie.
the t-shirts.
I got that cheap at a garage sale. Always had a thing for lions.
And you always had a thing for lions, did you? Alright, okay. Thanks.
It's
for your,
Gabriel's bed, unmade as usual.
Thanks for that. I didn't really need to know it.
It's
but-
no use. I can't sleep.
Yes, you can. Ah, Norlands, indeed. Rug. Flashlight? Oh, I hadn't seen that. We'll have a flashlight, please.
There's a flashlight on the dresser. The building's wiring leaves a lot to be desired.
I might need a flashlight.
I mean, you might need a fridge. Move out of the way so that I can see what else. It's a phone. That's what it is. Alright, let's look at this
The
rug.
carpet was grand. She gave it to Gabriel to cheer the place up.
So he covered his bed with it so that you can't see most of it. Bathroom cabinet. That's it. And then of course the phone, which we will use to call.
My bathroom.
I don't know.
I've got to get around to cleaning up in there.
Yeah.
I don't need to, thanks.
You don't need to go to the bathroom. Alright.
The medicine cabinet contains a few old prescriptions, personal hygiene stuff, and lots of hair products.
But he doesn't use hair. He doesn't use hairspray. He said so himself.
I'll take this hair gel. You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
Sometimes I'll eventually flush. Oh look, I can use the hair gel on the phone.
That
Let's do
doesn't
that.
seem to work that way.
Oh, that is a shame. Really?
The phone is cheap, but functional.
Man, the days when we had landlines.
I'll pass.
Oh, but I might have needed the police. What is it? Hey, there's a handsome guy in my house. Oh no, wait, that's just me. Says Johnny Bravo. 081818181. No.
The number you have dialed has been disconnected.
No,
Please hang up and
but
try your call again.
Who would have
This
thought?
is a recording.
Who would have thought that the number for a 1990s, was it early 80s? Or sorry, late 80s? 80s, 90s Saturday morning kids TV show in England would not be reachable via this game set in New Orleans in 93. No, it would have been around still then. Who would have thought? I couldn't access that. What? How are you still on? I turned you off. What? Did my calling the wrong number turn you on? That's not right.
%. When you see our selection and prices, you'll never want to shop with those little...
There we go. Using phone turns on radio. Electrics in this house is amazing. Alright, and that's everything that we've done here. Alright, let's exit. And then, you know, go to the place and pick up the photos. I mean, that dagger is so much better than this generic arrow. Bye, Gracie. I'm heading out. Oh, Grace. Gracie? Grace? Same thing. Put on my stylish trench coat. Head on out. Into the sweltering heat. Because,
See you later.
That's what I need.
See ya.
What's that game that we played? Oh, Kathy Rain, where we could colour the motorcycle wherever we wanted. Jackson Square Overlook, Jackson Square, St. Louis Cathedral, Police Station, St. George's Books, Voodoo Museum, or Dixieland Drugstore. Let's go to the police station, and then we're looking for Humphreys? Or Humphrey? What have we got out here that we can look at and look at? So many things. Other building. Let's look at other building first of all, eh?
It's another municipal building, but not one Gabriel has any interest in.
I mean, Mosley's office.
That's Mosley's office.
I mean, that's the police station. So, you know, vaguely.
The police station is in a classic French Quarter building.
Police motorcycles.
Those motorcycles belong to the precinct. They're not nearly as cool as Gabriel's bike. Gabriel has his own bike.
Gabriel's bike doesn't have no footer written on it. Nothing else? No. Window, 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 alleyway. Window.
The front windows have iron half grills on them, as if anyone would try to break into a police station.
Time to rip them off.
The half
with my...
grills prevent Gabriel from opening these windows. Besides, someone would see him trying.
I was pretty sure Gabriel had superhuman strength. No? Oh, what a shame. Alright, well, there's an alleyway. Let's go and have a look at the alleyway. Ah, graffiti. Smell?
I should add Mosley to the hat.
Why? Why would you want to insult the person who is giving you information?
That window leads to Mosley's office.
You see what I see? It says ACAB. I mean, actually writing that on the police building?
If Gabriel
That's
wants to
impressive.
talk to Mosley, he can go in through the front door.
That's, somebody had balls. I mean, you could do. No, looks like we're going to enter the police station now, yeah? Boring. I'm in with a snake on it.
Interesting design for a trash can. Must have been on sale at Cops R Us. It's not going to look any better somewhere else.
I'll take it. It's not horrible.
A portrait of the Narlands Chief of Police, a fine, upstanding citizen. In other words, nothing like Gabriel.
Oh, look, there's a post-it note on the wall there. And a bunch of people who are wanted. Can we see
The
who's
bulletin
wanted from
board
here?
is littered with everything from wanted posters to flyers.
Trying to walk over here? No?
Gabriel is standing in the lobby of his friend Mosley's precinct. It smells like a cross between a hospital and a brewery.
Wow, I can't click anywhere. Or I cannot move anywhere, I
A
should
swinging
say.
door connects the lobby and office areas.
I'm sure nobody will mind if I, a random citizen, just walk through this gate.
No one goes back there until I say so, mister.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you best say so then, eh? Another officer. Hello, other officer.
A uniformed officer of the NOPD.
And you have things to say. Well, maybe you don't have things to say, but let's talk to you anyway rather than anybody who would progress the plot.
Officer, can I ask you some questions?
Desk sergeant's right over there.
Yep, my job is just to stand right here and do nothing all day. That's what they employed me for. But then again, I am a member of the police, so, you know, that
There's a
shouldn't be
photocopy
unusual.
machine in the office area.
There's a camera. Oh, right. Yes.
That camera looks professional.
Well, it's my camera now.
Gabriel can't do that from the front lobby.
Oh, do I not have mysterious picking up powers from miles away? Thermostat.
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. Gabriel can't do that from the front lobby.
Well, I just wanted to hear that again. And then there's a mirror.
The mirror reflects. That's all it does.
It shows the truth of what's really there.
Gabriel can't do that from the front lobby.
Did you know that with your finger, you can only touch your finger in a mirror? Yes, it's true, and weird, and, you know, not great.
She's not bad,
She probably wouldn't cooperate.
but I wouldn't mind trying.
Oh dear. Gabriel, you...
Gabriel can't do that from the front lobby.
No, who could talk to somebody who's on the other side of the desk without, you know, from... You can't talk over a desk, can you? That would just be...
The desk
Crazy.
sergeant looks like a poster boy for heart disease. 30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion the consistency of gray oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
Oh dear. Well, hey Frick, do you want... Who is bald? Do you want
He
some hair
doesn't
gel?
seem interested in that.
No? Why not?
Got a forklift?
You and your hilarious persons.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
Well, we can talk about all of these things. Tell me about the Voodoo Murders.
What do you know about voodoo?
Not Voodoo, first of all.
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
You grew up in New Orleans, right? So, and you don't know anything about Voodoo? Well,
What
there
can
we
you
go.
tell me about the Voodoo Murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
What can you tell me about the Voodoo Murders?
Hey, buddy, do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
I don't know. What would that kind of lowlife look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of them. Kinda like what you're gonna look like in about 5 seconds.
Okay. Sorry I asked.
Now, on a completely unrelated topic, can you tell me about Detective Mosley or the photographs? You know, it's got nothing to do with the murders at all whatsoever. Tell me about yourself instead.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the desk sergeant, Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see? People that bother me.
For you.
Want me to put your name in this book?
Oh, I think not.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
well, I just wanted to find out about you.
Tell me about yourself.
I hate people who ask stupid questions.
Tell me about yourself is a stupid question, is it? Well, alright, I will remember that. I will never ask about you ever again. I will never find out when you're getting married, or having a kid, or any other important life events about you. I will never ask you about them.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in Nolans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
Is that because they didn't animate you to move?
What can you tell me about Nolans?
Best food in the world. You can get it right here in Nolans. Muffaletta sandwiches. Beignets, good Cajun coffee. Yep, a man can die happy in this city.
It's
A man could
practically
die happy in any
guaranteed.
city. But hey, what have you got going on?
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so, huh? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know.
Good.
Kinda quiet in here today.
Summer's like that. Too muggy to mug, too hot to heft.
How clever.
It's a gift.
So, what's new around the old police station?
Well, we're now allowed to shoot chatty pedestrians on sight.
That sounds convenient.
I like it.
I've got to get in a car as quickly as I can then. Hey,
Excuse me, Officer
and
Frick?
then maybe drive it
Whatever
back
it
in.
is, no. Now get out of here before I have you arrested for disturbing the peace.
But I wanted to chat to you.
So, anything interesting happening around here?
Look, I've got a job to do. Chat with someone else, huh?
I would do, but your officer over here told me to talk to you. So, you know, I have to talk to you. Let me talk to you about Detective Mosley. Hopefully now that we've chatted about all those other things and I've irritated you, you will have forgotten that I was talking about the Voodoo Murders at the beginning.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out at a crime scene. Sorry.
Oh. Where's the crime scene?
Where's the crime scene? Is it related to the Voodoo Murders?
Oh,
Crime scene information is police confidential. We don't need any more looky-loos than are probably already there.
alright, tell me more.
Come on, you can tell me where the crime scene
You
is.
can tell me.
Look, I know the papers got
adorable.
everybody stirred up about these killings, but that don't make it public information. Back off.
So this is a new Voodoo murder then?
Hey, I didn't say that. You'll read all about it in the papers tomorrow. I'm sure.
Is that because you're selling the information to the papers rather than giving it out to me for free?
Please tell me where the crime scene is.
Look, buddy, you keep it up, and there'll be a crime scene right here.
Alright, tell me about Detective
I'm here to
Mosley
see
again.
Detective Mosley.
I told you, he's not here.
Oh, but what if
I'm here to see Detective
What about
Mosley.
more?
I told you, he's not here.
Oh, alright, that will never go away. But he left some photographs for me. It's definitely not about this new crime scene.
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, I got something for you, all right. Soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
Uh-oh. Exit then. Can I
Here's
have...
that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Why did I need to know
Thanks.
the mother's maiden... grandmother's maiden name then? Can I go back there now? No? Alright, what have we got? Let's just open them up right here in front of them.
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds 2 photographs.
Alright, let's keep looking.
The photograph of Mosley was apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then.
Well, I mean, I've got hair products in my pocket. Oh, come on.
One of the photos from Mosley is an official Voodoo Murders crime scene shot, a graphic close-up of a victim.
It's got a feather. And another feather. Well, I bet I can combine magnifying glass with... No? Really? You can't combine magnifying glass with murder photo? That surprises me.
One of the photos from Mosley is an official Voodoo Murders crime scene shot, a graphic close-up of a victim. The photograph of...
Okay, that's just that information. Well, alright, okay. I'm surprised. Thanks for the photos. I guess I'll be going now. Brum brum brum. Now we'll go down to the Dixieland drugstore, which was the other place we were told that was a good place to research murders.
The Dixieland
it is.
drugstore is closed until tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Alright. Then can we go to the Voodoo Museum?
Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying closed. Their hours list that they will open again tomorrow.
Oh, well, then somehow we need to get to day 2. Alright, maybe... Can we go to St. Louis Cathedral? And look around? There's nobody here. Oh, look. Pews! Pew pew pews!
Rows of pews line each side of the nave's aisle.
That's the only reason
At least
ever
the
to go
cherub
into
is
a
an
church.
aesthetic way
to
of
make that
asking
joke.
for donations.
I suppose possibly if it is raining outside and you need to get...
Gabriel
in the
might
dry
need
place.
the goodwill, but he can't afford to make a donation right now.
Ooh, confessionals.
Curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave.
We can open
Someone
them.
is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
Alright, what if we go in that confessional instead?
Curtain confession.
Yeah, same thing.
Someone is in that confessional.
Oh
Gabriel will have to wait.
no! What if we go in the centre so that we can hear what they're both saying? No? You don't want me to do that? Hey, there's a variety of flags.
Flags of the world are displayed from the upper story. A promotion of universal harmony, no doubt.
Really? Okay. Exit to map, exit to Jacksonville Square. Alright, well, we'll go to Jacksonville Square
The
in a moment.
chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
Exit to Jacksonville Square. It's a mime. It's a mime.
It's one of those mimes. Oh boy.
One of those mimes.
Since Gabriel can't read lips, he's disinclined to start a conversation.
Alright, what about you, buff dude?
It's one of those mimes. Oh boy.
Oh no, a buff dude. Mine is also a buff dude.
A bronze statue of Andrew Jackson marks the center of Jackson Square.
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
Oh. Well, it's happening off screen.
People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine.
What about you? Do you
I
want to talk?
would if I had enough time to do it properly.
Do you or do you not? No? Oh. Oh, I teleported. That's why. Hey, drummer.
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
I mean, he's drumming.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
It's a bench.
Benches provide a quiet spot for resting in the park.
You're copying. I mean, she does not have her hand on her
I
hips.
never! Leave me alone, you man!
She does not have her hand on her hips, you stupid mime. Hey, jazz band.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz bands in New Orleans are. The band isn't paying any
You
attention to
white-faced
Gabriel.
geek, you want to eat my fist?
No thanks. Got too many calories. Oh. Huh?
There's a police band radio on that bike.
Yes, there is. Oh, does that mean I can steal it if I can get the get the cop, I forget.
Mind if I use your radio?
What are you, nuts? Forget it.
Touch it.
Forget about it. Alright, hey, I've got a
police
motorcycle too.
officer is either off duty or patrolling the park, or both.
Anyone seen Joe?
No?
Gabriel prefers his own bike. Besides, even Mosley couldn't get him out of that one. A police officer is either off duty or patrolling the park, or both.
An off-duty police officer is patrolling the park. I don't believe that. Hello.
Good day, officer.
Yeah, you too. Keep moving.
What? I wanted to... Oh, I can look
Well,
at the left.
I never. Leave me alone, you man.
Oh. That post? No, you don't want it. You do, but only right over there where there's no
Our
lamppost.
lampposts add charm to Jackson Square and provide illumination at night.
Flowers?
Nice flowers. Not that a real man would notice something like that. I don't need any flowers. They'd probably just get crushed on my bike anyway.
Toxic masculinity. Who cares about flowers? Oh! I definitely didn't double click to teleport. Alright.
A Cajun band, inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
Saints go marching in. It's a classic song for a reason. Are you following me now? You are, that's cool. Oh no, you got distracted by the lady.
Well, I never. Leave me alone, you man.
What about me? Right here. Oh. Nope. What I want you to do is to keep following me. So I can take you down to... the police officer and say, hey, this mime is following me. Get him out of here. I don't know why, but maybe... no, not the motorcycle. Not the motorcycle. The cop.
Homicide team, please attending.
Ah. Did I hear what it was? No. Nope. Here we go. This is what I
Hey,
use.
cut that out. I told you to stop that. All right, mister, you want some of this? Why, you little...
And now we can get the radio. And find out where stuff is going on. Can I have control? Thank you.
Anyone seen Joe?
No, not motorcycle.
A police
Yes. Radio. There we go. Use radio.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 91
That's a handset.
located
Okay.
the crime scene. They've radioed for you 3 times. Damn. Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club? South. Lakeside Drive. North of the Piedmont Pier. South of the Country Club. Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead. Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning. It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. I got him, Molly. Thank God.
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
Interesting.
Hey, you, get away from that bike.
Sorry, officer. I was just
Sorry.
guarding it for... while you were away. Is Laszlo reporting in? Laszlo wouldn't report in like that. Laszlo would merely say... I don't know what Laszlo would say, actually. Yeah, alright. Hey, buff dude. Do you want to say
He's not
something?
my type.
But you could have talked to him, you know?
People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine.
Alright, well, we know where the crime scene is. We got photos. Let's
You
exit to the
white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
map. Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good. Full of calories. Oh, there we are. There, the arrow has come back. Those shadows look pretty sunny
The
to me.
sign says
Yeah.
the Overlook's closed for repairs until June 21st.
And it's June 18th today? Alright, Nice integrated New Orleans map. Because now we know where the crime scene is. Like, off we go. You just walked right across. Oh my
Hey,
god.
mostly.
Huh? Knight, you wiener, I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I can let you see it. For the book. But don't tell anyone, huh?
Specifically, not the person who is right there, over there, listening to us talk about this. Also, that guy still has hair.
Definitely another voodoo
He
murder.
hasn't got as much
Same
hair, that's
MO
true.
and no freaking clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
Oh, that's disgusting. Isn't this a rather public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're freaking ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports of nothing.
Look at the car.
Now, who the hell is that? Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about.
I see. Thank you, Detective. And good day, gentlemen.
I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Molly at Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Nah, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
We've about wrapped it up, sir.
Well,
wanted to examine
let's
the
get the meat
body.
wagon moving then. Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck and the water moccasins, though. If you want to talk, I'll be at the station tomorrow.
Thanks.
I thought moccasins were a type of shoes. Alright, well, here we are. Let's look at this thing. But I wanted to examine the body. You know, what with it being a body and everything. Okay, marks.
There's a pattern to the lines in the sand, but only one small area is clearly defined.
Alright, well, can I actually do anything with my...
There's nothing worth
No.
magnifying in that particular location.
I don't think so. Why would there be? Can I pick them up? Can I pick up this sand?
Gabriel can't take the lines without some help.
Presumably some camera or something. Have we actually got anything here? I can pick them up with tweezers. Oh! No, that's the black shirt. That's. I was going to say that's his coat, but no, it's not. What if we use the hair gel? Come on, let's use the hair gel. Can I use the hair gel?
That doesn't work that way.
I thought maybe we could lay it into lines and then it would stay in the shape of it, but no. You know, if you want to be all logical and boring in that, well, let's look at the blood.
Ugh, that's a lot of blood.
Yep, and now, scoop up some of the sand and eat it.
Ugh, I've got no way to take that with me, and I don't want to.
But you could scoop it up and eat some. And look, snake tracks.
Looks like there was something here. I should take a closer look.
I mean, that is what I was trying to get you to do by using the look icon. Alright. There's footprints. No, you don't want me to look at the footprints? But we did find the scale. Let's look at it
Something
regularly.
small and iridescent is barely visible in the sand.
But now it is even more visible thanks to the
It
magnifying
looks
glass.
like a scale of some sort.
Indeed.
The scale is too delicate to pick up by hand.
Alright, in which case, time to use a pair of tweezers.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small, iridescent scale.
But what does he
I
use?
think it's a snake scale.
Yeah.
But it beats the hell out of me what kind.
I mean, but also, where do you store it? Pick it up by foot then. Very good. Very good. I mean, right, there it is. What are you storing it in? If it's too delicate to pick up by hand, you can't just shove it in your pocket. It will get destroyed.
Gabriel is carrying a scale he found near the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yes. Ooh, clay.
The banks of Lake Pontchartrain are rich with clay deposits.
Well, oh, can I use some of that? Oh. Alright, no, I can stand directly on the clay, however. It's in pocket space now. Yeah, pocket space, I guess. That helps.
I'll take some of this clay with me.
I was going to say, that sounds like we'll be getting a point for it. Oh, no.
Gabriel is carrying a lump of clay from the banks of Lake Pontchartrain.
How about we use clay with
That
this?
doesn't work that way.
No? Alright, okay. I just want you to stop walking. Is there anything else? I mean, there's a boat. Oh, there's lake. I didn't look at the lake. Let's look at the lake.
Lake Pontchartrain is impressive. It measures 24 miles across and stretches as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, why can't you punch a train? Sounds good to me. Oh, I'm covering over the words. There we go, now you can see how it's actually spelled.
Lake
Now, interact with it.
Pontchartrain is scenic, but you really wouldn't want to swim in it.
Is that because I've got snakes in it? Or not I've got snakes in it. You know what I mean. Right, yes. Is there anything else to interact with here? Marks. Police tape. We haven't looked at the police tape. How important? Oh, that's road.
Lakeshore Drive runs around the entire lake. This is a particularly lonely stretch, but it's still a public road.
The road isn't even... I mean, look, how come the road is not labelled? Shouldn't there be a label for road? Gotcha, finally.
Police tape marks off the crime scene.
Now let's steal it all.
The crime scene tape might get an interesting reaction from Grace, but really, Gabriel should just leave it there.
No. Alright, I am not certain. I think... I mean... Let's try combining the clay and the hair gel together for no reason. No, I didn't think so. So, yeah, I don't think I've got any way of taking the marks. I think I need the camera for that. Cool. I'll just walk over them. See? Alright, well, I need to go back to George's books and look up.
I knew
Book
you'd
of
miss
Snakes.
me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Bookshelf. Look at the bookshelf. Now, sorry, I've got the wrong thing. Snake scale. World of Snakes.
It's a book of...
Can I not use you?
Gabriel is carrying... Gabriel is...
No? Is there no way for me to look at it like that? That that surprise. Well, I mean, it kind of surprises me. This is still today's newspaper,
Today's newspaper.
right? I mean, it's always going to say today's newspaper. Still the 18th. Friday the 18th, day 1. Alright, hey Grace, can I show you the scale?
That doesn't
Can
seem
you do
to
it?
work that way.
No, alright. How about we talk?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Snakes!
Do you know anything about snakes?
Doing a family tree, Gabriel?
Very funny. I mean real snakes, you know, scaly, cold-blooded. I would have thought you'd find them empathetic.
Mm-hmm. I know very little about reptiles of any kind, and prefer to keep it that way. I think there's a book on snakes around here somewhere, though.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay, thanks.
He just won't let me. Okay. So, and yes, looks like the scales have not fallen from Grace's eyes. Yes.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope, none right now.
Nothing happened while I was out. Oh, that's disappointing.
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
No, they don't. Those aren't rules.
Done anything interesting lately?
By your definition? No. I prefer it that way.
Keep 'em busy?
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
I do. But I'm chatting to you.
Seen
still.
any good movies?
I saw a great documentary last night on pyramid excavations.
You mean small, dark places that haven't been touched in centuries? Sounds right up your alley.
Wow.
Well, it did help me gain a better understanding of your mind.
Gabriel, you are...
Did I ever tell you that you're actually
empathetic towards
quite
everyone.
attractive?
Be still, my heart.
Had any customers lately?
No, but I'm sure you have.
I'm not entirely
You
certain
know,
what you mean
you
by
really
that.
should get out more.
But then who'd take care of St. George's?
Me?
Exactly.
Alright, I will request
Could you do
research.
some research for me?
Sure, what?
Snake! Oh no. Really?
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, you know, stuff about the Voodoo Murders. If you can get an address...
The murders, right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
No, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Alright. Well, how about we try using the books again? Now that Grace has told us, hey, there's a book on snakes, do we now acknowledge that this book is on snakes? Clicks everywhere.
Gabriel is carrying.
Yeah, I know. Gabriel is carrying it. There it is. Can I...
Gabriel is carrying a scale he found near the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah, no, okay. Cannot look up snakes in the snake book. Why would you want to be able to do that? That would be silly. Hey. Can't do anything with clay. Or can I was gonna say. I mean, that works. We can see that. But that's about it. Nothing else can be combined. Just those things. But I don't... Is there anything? I mean, there's nothing in here. Maybe I need to talk to Mosley and say, hey, I found the scale at the crime scene? I don't recall that being the thing, though. As I say, it's been years since I played this, so... Working half of my memory. Oh, gotta put our cap back on, of course.
See you later.
See ya.
They're both closed, so yeah, let's go back to the police station. Can I see Mosley now? I mean, I know he said no, got to do it tomorrow. But, you know, maybe. Hello. I found something interesting at the crime scene.
Can I bother you again, officer?
Can I
What is
take
it
the
this
camera?
time?
Snakes.
What can you tell me about snakes?
What does this look like? A zoo?
Maybe.
Never mind, don't answer that. No, I don't know nothing about no snakes.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He left for the day. Sorry.
Oh well. Can I have that camera, please?
Gabriel can't do that from the front lobby.
But I want the camera. You know how I want that camera, right?
Hey, get out from back there.
Oh, is this private? Sorry.
What if I put on this black shirt? So is Yig involved? I mean, I don't want to spoil the story. I can't do anything with that. Police photo. That photo has got to be for, well, it was given to me so that I could put it in the book. There was nothing I missed down the alley, was there? Other building, graffiti, Mosley's office window. Hey.
If Gabriel wants to talk to Mosley, he can go in through the front door.
I mean, I can. That's boring. Did I miss something in the crime scene? Do I just need to go to bed? I mean, I cannot take those marks. Am I meant to get the clay wet? No. There's clay. Can I take more clay? Can I use clay with
That doesn't
clay?
seem to work that way.
No.
The banks of Lake Pontchartrain are rich with clay deposits.
I mean, that's good to know.
There's a pattern to the lines in the sand, but only one small area is clearly defined.
Right.
Gabriel can't take the lines without some help.
And you can't use the clay.
Gabriel is
Yeah.
That doesn't work that way.
No. Can he lay the black shirt over the marks for some
That
reason?
doesn't seem to work
No,
that way.
I didn't think he could. What am I missing and or forgotten? Oh. Can I sketch them? Alright, yep.
Let me try to copy this down.
I'm an idiot. I was sure it was the camera, but no. All right. Now let's look at them. No. Oh, sorry. That's
The partial pattern from the crime scene intrigues Gabriel. What does it mean?
It means he's got partial pattern from the crime scene.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
I mean, I was going to ask Gracie to do some research. But there we go. We are finished. Day 1. Guess what comes next? Well, we haven't quite finished it. I mean, I think we've done all the interactive bits, but I was going to say, there's more horrible, horrible nightmares to come. res video. They're not low res video. They're medium res animatics. There's no video. Day. Ah, 2 comes after 1. A mask I wore as I approached. I was not what I am, and though the pattern was unclear, its meaning could be bought. Yay! Newspaper. Whoever's playing Paperboy is doing really good. They keep hitting the door every time. They're doing brilliantly. Well done them. More horribles.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen. So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table. Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind.
Ha ha.
Did you dream about the fire and the hanged guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is?
Hey, far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West Ingram. That's the Garden District. Estate City.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I have ever seen. Ouch.
Ugh, men.
No, the takeaway of the horrible, horrible part of that particular conversation, thank you very much for the point, was not men, it was, capitalism. And more than that, sorry, not capitalism, American healthcare. Hospitals should not be assets. They should be free for anyone to use. You should not be charged hundreds and thousands of dollars in order to get healthcare. Thumbs down for this person. You can tell they're obviously the evil person because they have hospitals as assets, not as things that they have donated to or had named after them, but assets. Boo. But still. There we go. Alright, can I talk to you now, Gracie? Have you got anything else to talk to me about? Oh, hey.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
I wanted to show in the paper. You know, that's what I wanted to do, but alright, fine.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Oh, to talk about things. Messages!
Do you have messages for me?
I just got out of bed,
none right now.
And I was sitting here or it was near where the phone was. You don't have anything?
Could you do some research for me?
Could you research?
Sure, what?
No? You still can't research
I
the
can't
scale
think
I've
of
got?
anything.
Alright. Bye. Can I do it today? Was I too tired yesterday? Was that the problem? I mean, I doubt it at all. In the slightest. Auto snakes! No. But look, it's right there. I want to use it on that. On the book that tells me about snakes. No? Alright, well, let's go. So, we can go and see Mosley, we can go to the museum, we can go to the drugstore.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back
and
on
we
my
might be able to
account.
go and see the lady as well. The rich socialite. Let's have a quick look at that. Where's the New Orleans map? Yeah, there we go, Getty Mansion. But this time, let's go talk to our friend at the police station. Hello, I would like to talk to you. It's me.
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
I would like to speak to Detective Mosley, who is in.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Yay! How about Detective
I'm
Mosley?
here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
What if I said it 3
I'm here to
times
see Detective Mosley.
to your face?
He's in his office. Go on back.
You're not going to be surprised by this or anything. Wow, look at that animation. It's amazing. Alright, well now we can look at the book. Oh, well, we've seen that. Can we do something with the copier? I can use
There's
the scale
no
on it.
reason to photocopy that.
Yes, there is. Hey. Can I get a photocopy of the lake pattern?
There's no reason to photocopy that.
Alright, no, but now... Can I go over here? Can I steal the camera? Don't look
The
at
camera
me.
isn't Gabriel's to mess with.
It wasn't mine to mess with when I was on the other side of the desk. Well, that's not what you said. Hey, Franks. Can I talk to you before I go and talk to Mosley?
Excuse me, officer?
Yes?
Being a policewoman, great uniform, coffee. Do you enjoy being
So,
a policewoman?
what's it like being a policewoman?
The glamour never ceases.
Good.
You know, that uniform looks great on you.
Uh-huh. Is that a compliment, or are you asking to borrow my dress?
It's a
Both.
compliment.
Well, you just never know around here. Thanks, but I'm married.
Alright, but what if I ask you out for coffee as well?
Could you get me some coffee?
No, that's
Are you
not what I meant.
speaking to me?
Why, yes.
Wow, Deja, leave it to Beaver. I'm the police photographer, sir. You might be able to find someone around here dumb enough to get coffee for you, but it won't be me.
Oh, thanks anyway.
I can give you precise instructions for the handling of hot liquids if you need them.
No
Please do.
thanks.
No, I want to know. Oh, never mind.
Ah, never mind.
Fine, I'll get back to work.
Can I move now? No. Go and adjust the thermostat. Make it all difficult for him to do things. Don't touch. Alright, let's not use it then. Can you take a photo? Talk to ourselves in the mirror.
Looking good, kid.
Anything else to say?
Looking good, kid.
Alright, why do you call yourself kid? I understand how a mirror works.
Mirror on the wall. Who's... Oh, never mind. I already know.
Yeah, it's not you. Alright, in we go. Apparently, even though I had done that twice already, I had to
Detective
check
Mosley.
myself out as well.
Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. What is it, you wanker?
You're not British. You can't use that as a colloquial term of affection. Alright. Well, hello. I want to look at all your stuff around the
Whatever
room.
goes into those files never comes out.
It's the window. We can see the other side of the window. I mean, I know it's glass, so, I mean, it doesn't quite matter which side of the window you're on in order to see the window, but still.
That window has a lovely view of an alleyway, the brick wall of the building next door, and some creative graffiti.
And a microwave. You've got a microwave in your office.
If Gabriel knows Mosley, it's used exclusively for frozen corn dogs.
Really? Why frozen corn dogs?
Gabriel
I mean, I
wouldn't
understand
put
why frozen
anything in that microwave.
Oh. What about that filing cabinet?
Whatever goes into those files never comes out.
What about that window? It's a mirror.
That's funny. The window is a mirror on the other side.
I mean, sure, we can call that funny if you
Mosley's
want.
bookcase holds old magazines and binders, police department memos, and other didactic blurbs.
Man, look at this computer. Look at it. Oh man, they've got the colours. Wow, it's so... Oh. It's got all the drives and it's just so... I mean, I want to say bulky. I mean, it's not as if desktops have particularly slimmed down a lot from there, but still, look at that. That's
Mosley's
nice.
desk has more growing on it than his head. There's no reason to go through the desk at the moment.
But there will be later on, especially this drawer, which looks different to everything else. Oh, chair. I haven't looked at the chair.
The visitor's chair is hard and uncomfortable. It must be one of those sly police tactics to keep civilians unnerved.
Yep. Alright, Mosley. Oh, and phone. Phone.
Mosley's phone.
And can we use it?
Gabriel doesn't want to use the phone here.
Then why even put it on the desk?
Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket.
Should have been lumpy from the beginning. Then you wouldn't have had
Can
that
I ask
problem,
you about
eh?
some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Hey, Mosley. Let's talk around Voodoo. Let's go through all of these things. No, let's talk about coffee.
How
Can
about
you get
getting
me a
some
coffee?
coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
There's something weird about
long?
these.
All right, I'll go now.
Oh. Alright, now I can search for things.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Right, now I will. Even though I don't know what I'm searching for. Now I can see you on the mirror, presumably. Right, search the desk.
There's no reason to go through the desk at the moment.
What if I can't use the computer? Wall. Wall?
Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college.
I mean, I could look. No, you're coming back. That's cool. I've got coffee. Thank you very much for going and getting me coffee. I mean, I would have said no.
Drink
Bugger
it.
off.
Thanks.
Oops, I seem to have spilled my coffee all over the floor. Alright,
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I didn't just come here for coffee. Insult him. No. Alright, tell me about snakes!
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is that I don't like them.
Oh. Then it's all, most of it's gone away. No reason to look, but I'm really nosy. Exactly. Exactly.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's
Did you ask
intimidation
multiple
tactics.
experts?
That's all.
Experts. Did you ask multiple experts? Because if you asked one expert and they said, nah, this is all fake, there's nothing to do with that, I mean, they could be in on it. And yeah, there's something weird about you going with your head there. I don't know. It just looks wrong.
What else can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all faked.
What about the Voodoo Murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Oh, wow, you've given me loads of things. Have there been any witnesses? I mean, if
Any
there had,
witnesses?
I expect you would have
Nope.
caught the...
There's never been a single
a person.
witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see. And so nobody sees nothing.
It was the mist. Who are the victims?
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Alright, what can you tell me about the coroner? Did the coroner do it? You should always investigate the coroner. They're always there with dead bodies. They're weird.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know.
Take them away.
Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
I'm not going to tell you that sometimes when I walk into a room, the arrow that I always see everywhere in my life, and don't ask me why, I've just always seen an arrow, but sometimes it looks like a wavy dagger. But I'm not telling you that. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's nothing, eh? What evidence have you got? You know, apart from the dead bodies.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
I've been having dreams at night of things that have going on with leopards, and I found scales of a snake at the crime scene. But I have been dreaming about snakes as well. I think I am going out and committing them while I sleepwalk. So you can blame me for that, sure. Right? You can't. Tell me about the killers.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings.
I was going to say killers.
We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
Because they're ghosts. Nobody can find ghosts.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murders case. The first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO is the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
And what about the crime scene? Did anything happen at the crime scene?
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens, and goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
Znith just redeemed Make Me Say a Vowel.
Alright, well, you have, I will have to definitely get on why the idea I had. And wishing I'd realised I was streaming earlier. So why does Gabriel Knight sound familiar? I do not know who the actor is for this, but they could sound familiar to you because they are trying to do, or they are doing an impression of Tim Curry doing a New Orleans accent. So it could be that that is the reason why. Not certain about that. Could be why it is. Because Tim Curry was obviously the original Gabriel Knight. So there. Alright, but you have asked me the name. Oh, why is it Gabriel Knight rather than the actor? I mean, it's a game series that has been around for more than 20 years. Closer to 30 now. So maybe that might be why. There have been 3 games in the series and then the anniversary edition. So it could be that. You know. But really, I don't know why. Why would I know why? I don't know why you would know a thing. I'm sorry about that, but why? Not as long that time, but hey, there we go. And now we've asked all the crime scene questions, so now let's just get on to the other stuff. And
sure,
insult
no
you.
problem.
And then things.
Okay, anything else?
Not you, but the cop we're sitting in front of. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I should be taking
What do you want to know?
Right? Oh. Tell me about your home life, first of all.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? You know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
I mean, I didn't know that.
Right. Sorry about that.
What hobbies have you got?
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez.
Did I?
Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
That doesn't sound very good, but alright, there we go. That's a noise. You got any future plans, apart from starring in my book and being sexy detective, whatever your name is, Mosley?
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of Narland someday. I already know the mayor, and my track record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of
Sounds
moments,
good.
mostly.
Why not?
Yeah. You'll see.
Alright, tell me about the police force. Is it good? Are all cops bastards?
How do you like
As the
working on a
graffiti
police
outside
force?
your,
Are you
Well,
kidding?
Fess?
You know I love being a cop. And Narlands, it's the best place in the world to be one.
Alright, tell me about anything.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? Man, we used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Oh, Miss McKelly. You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something, and then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's too, like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Ah, those were the days.
Why was it a great way to pick up women in the library? Were they impressed by your ability to throw things over their heads? Did you accidentally throw it into their heads and, get talking to them then and apologise and say, hey, can I take you out for coffee to apologise? Or something like that? Because, maybe. Also, monkey in the middle. Really? Is that what they call it? For me, it's always been, or for the country I live in, that sounds horrible, but it's always been piggy in the middle. I don't know why, but that is the thing that I've always heard it as. Still. Here we go. Anything?
Just tell me anything at all.
My doctor told me I got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Stress. Tell me anything.
Just tell me anything at all.
Oh, my back hurts.
That was anything.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young, or a fireman.
Fascinating.
But you ended up a policeman.
Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me up that way.
What is the noise in the background? Reminds me of the fire alarm from the school across the street. I don't hear anything apart from the music in the background. Are you sure that it's not the fire alarm from the school across the street? I mean, it occasionally goes... But that's not a trumpet, it's some kind of musical instrument, but I don't know.
Just tell me anything at all.
Police. I guess there's
kinda
the
like
whistle.
a woman with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace.
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know.
I mean, it's very police-esque. They've done that on purpose. I mean, because we're in a police station. So, there we go.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, the whistle. Yeah. I mean, it's a police whistle. To attract attention. So that other police officers can come and help whoever there is in danger with the whistle. Alright, I'm not going to insult you. Tell me about photographs.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You got any more ideas for photos for the book?
Yeah, right, a cop author shot.
A cop-author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come in here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
I mean, she's not that kind of photographer, but alright. Hey Franks, could you do me a favour? Could you get me a photo?
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, eh, sweetheart?
Sure.
The 90s.
Sweetheart.
Say chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Check my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight. Make it fast.
Aha. I mean, alright, now I'm out here. I can look on your desk for no reason. I mean, obviously this is part of a puzzle for later. What's in the inbox?
It's an inbox.
What is in there?
There's nothing of interest in the inbox at the moment.
Ah, but there could be later. Alright, okay. But I can adjust the thermostat. Let's make it hotter. Apparently I scored a point for doing something. Go in.
You've
Use the
already
door?
got me, you lucky devil.
Oh, did I click on Gabriel? Can I talk to myself?
Knight. Gabriel Knight. In case someone wants to know.
Here we go. There we go. Check my
Would
hair
you
again.
just get in here? Hurry up, would ya?
I made it really hot for some reason.
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hun. Let me know when you get them developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else, Knight?
Gabriel Knight. Can I have one with Officer
How about
Franks
one
for
of
now?
me and Officer Franks?
Gee, I don't know. Franks? Just kidding, Franks. You want to get me fired for sexual harassment, Knight?
Well...
Yeah, ha. Now, is there anything else, or can I let this lady go back to her desk?
One more.
Let's take another one.
Christ. Okay. One more. Franks?
Ready? Smile.
Alright.
Was there anything else, Knight?
No, not right now. I mean, I could go and change it
Nope,
all again.
that's about it.
But I don't know
Great.
why.
Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You're astonishing, mostly.
You're a poet
Don't
and you
call
didn't
me
even
that in
know
front
it.
of the lady, wise guy. Thank God I can take this thing off again. Damn, it's hot.
What are you taking off? Oh, your jacket. So now I can search your jacket and steal your police badge and be policeman.
Okay. Anything else?
And then that's how I get into the Getty place. Yes. Yeah. See, the scene skip trick is to get Mosley arrested here to save time later. Tell me about New Orleans that you've lived in your whole life.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
Nolans.
You and me grew up here together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see, you know. The Carter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but... hell, I've never known anything else.
Has that icon changed? I don't think it has. I thought it just looked different.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
Nolans.
Ah, I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
Oh. Alright. There were patterns around the body.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those marks around them. We've got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Can I have those ones then? Can I have them? Tell me about the other 6 patterns.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious.
I mean, we could put it on
Go
the cover.
talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Cool. Alright, what's the case status? You know, has it closed since I
What's the
started
status
seeing
on the
you, talking
Voodoo
to you?
Murders case?
It's going. I can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
I told you, it's going for shit.
What about if you told
What's
me
the
again?
status on the Voodoo Murders case?
I told you, it's going for shit.
Alright, okay. What about... let's have a chat.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks, you know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression.
There was swearing. What other chats?
You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know. I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate.
Because you've been thinking about Annie as well? Or no, you couldn't sleep?
Played any b-ball lately?
Does it look like it? I'm so out of shape I'd probably have a coronary just looking at a ball.
Yeah, I'm out of it too. We should play sometime, get back into shape.
Man, I'd love to, Knight. I'll let you know if things ever settle down.
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
I'm not going to insult you. I don't think that's... I mean, I should be going through all of it, but I don't think so. Just get me some coffee.
How about getting me some coffee?
So that I can steal something
What am I,
from
your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
I'm sitting in this uncomfortable chair.
Fine.
Now, while you're out of the room, I can steal your thing. Yay! Coat. Search coat.
Mosley's caught. His badge is in the front coat pocket.
I wonder if I can take that. I scored a point.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Nobody will know.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just
But I
drink
didn't.
this.
Thanks, tons. I mean it.
Well, there we go. Now I have secret police badge. Secret police badge. I'll walk out of the office singing about my secret police badge. Secret police badge. It's so secret. I'm sure nobody will.
Okay. Anything else?
There we go. Finally. I'm sure nobody will question me if I run out singing about secret police badges. All right. Hey, you dickhead. You're a dickhead.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Ho ho ho. Alright, no. We're done here now. I will see you later, Mosley. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you for the photos and the insults. And insights, as well as
I'll let
insults.
you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
Right now, we're going to go and talk to Officer Franks and say, hey, we can see all of the patterns. They've told us I can. Talk.
Excuse me, officer?
Yes?
Case file.
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file. Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if you said so.
There's nobody checking. Nobody's checking or doing anything. It's just... Right. Can I steal a camera while you're away? Will you notice that as the chief police photographer? No? Oh, what a shame.
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of
All
course. I understand completely.
Well, I know what we would need to do now then, don't you? Alright, well let's look at things first of all. It is police
It's
file.
the official police file containing the partial patterns from the Voodoo Murders. The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police station.
Well, alright, I don't want the folder to leave the police station, just the files inside it.
Gabriel opens and reads the police file.
I mean, look. No, are they a circle? Not really. Can I... Alright, thank you. And I'm assuming I cannot combine you and you. Oh, you're the sketch anyway. But no. Alright, okay. Sorry. 1 second. We need to go through all this difficult thing again.
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
Oh, alright, okay. I'll give you back the sodding file. At least it's, you know, keeping it here so that I know that this is what I have to do.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't take it away. I need some more photographs.
Hey, Mosley.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Was it because I left the room?
Dang,
and then
air
came back?
conditioning must be on the blink.
Alright, well, hey, mostly.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I would like another photograph, please.
I got those photographs you left for me.
No, not those photographs.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
Yes, cop author shot.
Let's take another cop author shot.
What for?
I don't think we got your best side.
You're not
Really?
wearing the jacket now.
Okay. I'll have Franks
so I'd
come
like
in
to
again.
have one without the jacket. You know, just to
Franks, come back in here
have
with that camera.
options.
I hate to put my coat on. It's so damn hot in here. But a picture's a picture.
Oh, don't find out I've stolen your
Now
badge.
what, sir?
This clown wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do? Ready? Smile.
Anything else, Knight?
Let me go and check my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight. Make it fast.
And of course, because Detective Franks is, oh, sorry, Officer Franks is, desk is in full view. That doesn't match up with what we can see out of the thing. Well, all right, okay. Let's take the file and then get some copies. You won't see me doing this, despite the fact that it's in full view. Nobody can tell that I have done that. Now we use the copier with you. Don't look at me.
Just wanna check this machine here.
Nobody has ever had a photocopier before. That's amazing. I've never seen one. I mean, it's the 90s. 93, so yeah, maybe. I mean, I could just run out of here with the file. Let me put the voodoo file back before she realizes something is amiss. I'm scoring points for doing it, and then I'm going to check my hair as well. Is it that one?
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's... Oh, never mind. I already know.
I already know. No, not Gabriel. Not Gabriel. Oh, alright.
Handsome, isn't he?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
The mirror reflects. That's all it does.
Does it talk to it then? Is that the one where I check my hair?
Looking good, kid.
There we go. Alright, and now we'll go back in. And I'll check my hair
Would
again
you
as
just
I walk
get in
in,
here?
because that's the way it goes.
Hurry up, would ya?
Yep. All done. And you definitely didn't see me. Because,
Okay,
you know,
ready.
it's in clear view and everything. Hey, you're only police officers.
Thanks, hun.
And deal
Let
with
me
the
know
scum
when
of
you
the
get them
earth all the
developed.
time.
The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else, Knight?
Nope.
Nope. That's about it.
Good. See you, Franks.
Uh-huh.
Thank God I can take this thing off again. Damn, it's hot.
Excuse me. Alright.
Okay. Anything else?
No, we're done. I just needed the one more shot. And I'm not even going to insult you. Thanks a lot for your time.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
Or whatever. You know what? Even gonna be nice to you.
Gabriel decides to give
Oh.
Mosley a break and not change the temperature again.
No. Gabriel decides to give Mosley a break and change the temperature back to where it was, so he's not sweating his arse off. That's not the phrase. Alright, you got anything else to say to me? I'm just going to tell you I'm done with the file. You can put it back. If I can, but I don't think that's...
Excuse me, officer?
Yes?
Photocopies? I'm not even
Ah,
going to...
never mind.
Fine.
Photocopies.
I'll get back to work.
Bye. I'm leaving now. And then, when I'm safely outside, you know, nobody's looking at me. So let's look at our Photocopies.
Gabriel has a photocopy of the official police file containing the partial patterns from the Voodoo Murders.
Dun dun dun.
Gabriel has a photocopy of the official police file containing the partial patterns from the Voodoo Murders.
Can I cut them up and then try and fit them together? No? Can I combine them now? What if I combine it? I mean, why would I want to combine it with the lake scale thing? I mean, maybe the clay and the voodoo file. No, you don't want to do anything? Fine. Alright. Let's go back. Let's go to the Dixieland drugstore and see what we can find out there first before we go to the museum. Museum of Voodoo.
Hello?
Huh?
Nope. Yap, 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 dog.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casano. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink, not in weeks.
Now, don't that beat all? I'll need some easy night candles then, huh?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosary good, sure enough, but you buying them candles too, boy, you gonna whip any no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them around to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know. Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dame. I've been in misery.
Now you put 9 pinheads up in the little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust, put it up under her front post step. That'll turn the trick back on Miss Lefebvre, and she be the one with the bellyache. I got the pins of dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though, don't hurt to be proactive neither now, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It's nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
I'm sure that was an important information about from the dog there. Everybody remember, yap, yap, yap. Just in case. Alright, what have we got to look at around the shop first of all? So many things! Alright, let's start down here.
Garlic, cloves, and other dried goods and spices are collected in the bowls.
I know where to come if I ever have a vampire problem. I'll pass. I ate Italian last night.
What about the cases?
Herbal oils for love, luck, power, and success.
I don't need any of
To
those.
get what's in the case, Gabriel would need money. On this shelf are super concentrated fixing oils and a rib cage? Gabriel really doesn't want to ask. To get what's in the case, Gabriel would need money.
But it wasn't in a case, it was on the shelf. Sand. Sand.
The containers on this shelf all say magnetic sand, draw good luck and prosperity.
I should probably buy 50 pounds or so for the bookstore.
Magnetic
With my
sand.
luck, the magnetic sand's polarity would get reversed. No thanks.
But you just said you needed it. Alright, what does the sign say for
The
us?
sign says, Special St. John's Eve Lagnia. Free bottle of lover come back to me oil, or master gambling oil with every purchase over $50.
Lagniappe. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it. Lagniappe. Maybe it is, but yeah. Only reason I'm thinking about that is because the Alone in the Dark, that's the name of the game, recently came out with their remake with a hit, and who did they have in that? Anyway, the recent game which came out where they motion capped the 2 film stars, was it Jodie Comer? I can't recall. Anyway, but they had Lagniappes in it as well. but I could have sworn it had a different pronunciation. Pronunciation. Either way, but yeah, sure. Sign. Look at it again.
The sign
Does it
says...
say? Okay, yeah.
Lagniap.
Yeah, I'm sure it was more French sounding than that. Register.
It's nearly as old as the one at St. George's.
Can I just take everything
Willie
from it?
looks ready to defend that cash register with his life.
Alright, okay. We've got another shelf at the back.
The shelf holds containers of dried items, flowers, grasses, and black cat bones.
Are black cat bones dried out items, are they?
I don't want any of this stuff.
Yes, you do.
I'd have to smell those if I opened them.
Alright, no stealing sign.
The Dixieland drugstore has a rather terrifying way of dealing with shoplifters.
What is it? Steal and the police won't be the only things on your trail. Good to know. Jars.
The glass jars contain a number of things Gabriel can't identify.
And wouldn't want to.
He's responding to the narrator in his head.
The
oh my god.
jars look fragile, and their contents unappetizing.
I'd have to smell those if I opened them.
We'll open them then. They're presumably going to have the same stuff as the other one.
Garlic, cloves, and other dried goods and spices are collected in the bowls.
Indeed.
I know where to come if I ever have a vampire problem.
Is it here? Or is it
I'll
somewhere else?
pass.
To the
I ate
church where they
Italian
can't
last
enter?
night.
What about these case? Is that the same stuff?
Lodestone powder,
Nope.
5-finger grass. Something tells me I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Were you ever in Kansas?
To get what's in the case, Gabriel would need money.
Wall. Okay, yeah, let's look at this
The
wall.
Dixieland drugstore is crammed from top to bottom with strange merchandise, some or all of which seem to be related to the practice of voodoo.
I'm not quite certain what that has to do with looking at a wall. But okay. Sure.
The poster advertises a voodoo play from last fall.
Exit to mask, mannequin, and crisscross. Those are the only things that we haven't looked at. Alright.
Dried
These are the
herbs
gree-gree.
hang from the ceiling.
Those are gree-gree. They full of magic. No guarantee, though, you know?
Are you responding to the narrator in my head as well? That's rather worrying, but hey.
No thanks. I don't even want to think about what might be in them.
What about this
The
mask
mask
instead?
appears to be made from a real crocodile head.
Ugh.
To get the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
What about the mannequin? Would you have to buy
It's
the
a
mannequin?
mannequin wearing a crocodile mask.
And some sort of webbed hands.
There's no room for him in the bookstore.
It must be the crocodile thing, but even I'm not interested in undressing that mannequin.
Alright, okay, then let's talk to Willie. Well, let's look
The
at Willie.
proprietor doesn't look especially friendly. His business probably doesn't depend on walk-ins.
Alright, time to talk to you.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This the Dixieland drugstore, and I own it. Me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Hey, Willie Walker. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Good old
My
WW.
name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
Or Quad W? Or Quad U? Do you mind if I call you Quad U? How'd you get started?
How did you get into this kind of business?
Now, why should I discuss my business with you, man?
Oh, yeah, his name's Willie Wonka and not Walker. Yeah, it could be. I mean, tell me about snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What kind of snakes?
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons, boas, so I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
I noticed he didn't say anything about having a boa. What would I want with a python? Now a boa, on the other hand, yeah, why wouldn't I want a boa? Tell me about Narlands.
What do you think of Nolans?
I live here all my life, me.
Okay, well tell me about it.
What do you think of Nolans?
If you're not from around here, monsieur, you should sign up for some tours.
I am from around here, I just wanted you to know about stuff. Alright, tell me about Voodoo. I still eventually want to get to a Western Families thing. They're so cute.
Can you tell me what you know about Voodoo?
Like.
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These is novelties, curiosities.
So
if
derpy.
people want to think they magic, it's not my concern, you know?
So you're ripping everybody off?
Are you telling me that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Ça n'est pas ça faire blanc.
What does that mean?
It means you should mind your own business, monsieur.
Well, Blanc is white, but that's about the only thing that I caught from there.
Look, I'm researching voodoo for a book.
I don't have your answers, me. You want to buy something, monsieur?
No. Tell me about St. John's Eve.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know.
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
I don't know anything about voodoo, apart from the fact that, you know, I know things about voodoo.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
The only one left is Willie Jr. over there, the old crocodile. He's sort of a mascot now, him.
Alright, thanks for giving me points for talking about Willie Jr.
About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. are very close now. I couldn't part with him for less.
Well, I don't have $100. What if I instead gave you this lump of clay? I've got a lump of clay in my...
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $120.
What? You said you'd sell it for 100 before.
And then you insulted me.
You misheard, monsieur. The price was always $120.
What if I give you a $20 gift certificate to my shop?
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me.
Alright, you're just saying the same thing again. Alright, fine, whatever. Okay, hey, do you want to just have a chat and talk about things?
This is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man. This is a curio shop. The things you see here from local folklore, none of it real, I tell you for sure.
What about all these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claims. Sold as curio only. It mean what it say, no? These are novelties, not voodoo.
Really?
So, do you get many tourists in here?
We, all the time. They want to buy a bottle of money-drawn oil or wang a bag to take home with them.
And what do you sell them?
How's business?
About like always.
I'm a businessman too. I own a bookstore here in the quarter.
I don't really care, me. I got a store to run.
Boo.
Have you always lived in New Orleans?
My papa and his papa and his papa, all the way back to the days of Marie Laveau, we've been living here.
You could get together and form a union if you, you know, you're a bit... Not a union, what is it? The thing where two businesses work together, or many businesses work together, so that they can't be pushed around by everybody else. I mean,
so,
that's kind of
does any of this stuff actually work?
You crazy, man? These are just curios, novelties for the tourists.
Alright. None of this has any guarantees. We want to make money, but we don't want the FDA or the government after us. Alright, hey, let's talk about your customer, eh?
That customer of yours, the little old lady.
Customer?
The woman I saw in here, Madame Casino, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
But I'm not a man who came in off the street. I'm a man who owns stuff in... Well, I want to get... Okay, let's talk to you about the Voodoo Murders. I can't quite think of a way
What
to
do you
end
know
that
about
sentence
the Voodoo Murders?
properly.
What did you say?
Nothing. Them killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
What did you mean when you said Cabri Sanko?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Oh, alright, well... Does he talk to women who come in off the street about customers? Maybe he does. Alright, hey, I've got... Can I show you these?
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, monsieur.
So you won't mind if I draw it around your shop all over the place then? What if I show you this murder photo? Everybody loves seeing real dead bodies, right?
Would you mind taking a look at this photograph?
Cabri Sanko.
Yeah, you said it again.
Sanko? What does that mean?
Nothing, man. I didn't say nothing like that. You heard me wrong, man.
No, I didn't. You said that twice now. Hi, John.
The entire shelf is stocked with containers of High John the Conqueror root powder.
What does that do?
I don't know what that stuff does, but I don't like the sound of it.
Does it make somebody called John high? Does it help somebody conquer? Just checking that I haven't missed anything else in here. No? Alright, okay. Do you know anything about the link, about this snake scale?
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them wholesale. I don't handle snakes. I don't like them at all.
So what you're saying is we need to find a reptileologist or whatever. Do you want a gift certificate? Will you tell me things if I give you a gift certificate?
Does this mean anything to you?
Thank you.
I don't know anything about that at all.
You don't know anything about my gift certificate? Alright, okay. What if I were to show you my badge? Now would you talk to me about things?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
That's... You played that very badly there, Gabriel.
Gabriel is carrying Mosley's badge.
Yeah, he is. What about this hair gel? That's the only other thing that I really want to... It's hair gel.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
Oh, well, what a shame. And you've got no new conversation
Mind if I
options,
ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I
said
answer
Cabri
what I
Sanko
want.
twice now. And denied it. Alright, okay, bye. I mean, let's leave. Did I... No. Alright, let's go to the Voodoo Museum then. Do that voodoo that you do. So...
Welcome, my friend. Hello. I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
Hey, there's a snake. There's a drummer. Hey, drummer.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum.
Are you the same drummer who was in the park?
Gabriel can't do anything with the drummer on the street.
Oh. Exit to map. Alright, now, loads of things. There's a fan. Ooh.
There's a
fan of me.
beaten up old fan in the window. It's silent at the moment.
Are you set up outside there in case... Nah, that doesn't make any sense. I was going to say so that when the fan turns on and blows stuff out, you will get high. But no, that's not what Voodoo's
The
about.
fan
It's
is
not that
entrenched in the window frame.
Alright, well I still want it.
The fan might operate, but not in that way.
Oh, alright.
The Voodoo Shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Oh my god, a horrible picture! Look, a picture! That makes my skin crawl! Oh, we got some dice. Oh, okay, let's look at the coffin to begin with then, eh?
This coffin is so small.
Yeah, it needs some hair products.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
No? Alright, okay. Wine, you say?
A waste of some perfectly good wine, if you ask me.
Snake eyes, how appropriate. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I saw it and I thought, oh look, it's on the lowest thing it can be. But no, snake eyes, very nice. Oh, a voodoo doll.
It wouldn't be much of a voodoo museum without a voodoo doll.
I mean, yes it would. If they had everything but that. Oh, and a flyer.
Magenta Moonbeam. Voodoo Inn.
A flyer advertising Magenta Moonbeam, a local voodoo inn. Her parlor is on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine.
If only I knew what a voodoo inn was exactly.
Will that look sacrilegious?
I mean, no. Crosses can be used in other contexts. Skull. Skull is the only other thing we haven't looked at.
Wonder who that poor bastard was.
Bonesley. I'm sure that was Bonesley. Skull.
Reminds me of a book critic for the New York Times.
Ho ho ho.
Looks like Jack Nicholson.
I didn't say look at, I said take.
Looks like Jack Nicholson.
Alright, okay. I'm not sure why you think that looks like Jack
Flickering
Nicholson.
candles lend an appropriately spooky atmosphere to the museum.
You got anything
A
else to
flyer
say?
advertising Magenta
Last
Moonbeam, a local
Last for
voodoo
your
inn.
I knew him, Rich.
Her parlor is on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine.
Well, I think we'll be going there at some point. You can't look at anything more for you? Alright, fine. Okay. Cleared everything on that side. No, we haven't seen the whip. The cat of nine tails.
A leather whip hangs from a peg on the wall.
It's not just a whip. It's... Thanks, Gabriel. I mean, there was already talk about the straps on your bedroom. So, you know, I didn't really need more.
An official voodoo wishing stump. Rub it and make a wish, a card says.
Funny, I say the same thing to women.
I guess he's a masochist. Yeah, probably. That is the impression we get. Unless he's just, you know, playing up for the camera sort of thing. And doesn't care about it either way.
I wish Malia Getty were mine forever. Really, I mean it.
What was that?
Huh? Nothing. I wish Malia Getty was permanently grafted to my thighs.
Oh my god. No, you don't. You don't wish that she was permanently grafted to your thighs. That would be horrible.
I wish I had $1 million.
Alright, well, let's make all the wishes we can.
I wish my publisher would actually promote one of my novels for a change. I wish Grace were as hot as she looks.
Suddenly Gabriel Knight is run over by 1 million deer.
Wish I could afford to take Gran on a cruise.
Ah. After all of the sex and money, he hopes to help his family.
I wish my voodoo book hits the bestseller list.
I mean, that could happen posthumously, which, you know, wouldn't be great for you.
I wish I had something better to rub than this stupid stump.
And you're...
I wish Malia Getty were mine forever.
Alright,
really?
we're looping back.
I mean it.
What was that?
Huh? Nothing.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't making wishes which would be horrible for, you know, everybody involved.
An authentic-looking pole marks the center of the room. Authentic what? Gabriel isn't sure.
Well, it's authentic.
The pole is solidly connected to the floor.
But I want to take it anyway. Give it to me. Give me the pole. I want to take it no matter how solidly connected to the floor it is. Right. Here's a drum.
Large, elaborate drums occupy a corner of the museum.
What caused the shop to fall down while the drumming music is going on outside?
Please, do not touch the drums. They are authentic.
Authentic what?
Drums. Do not touch them.
They're authentic drums. That's great. I'm glad to hear that they are authentic drums. Knife, painting, flags, wall, snake, cord. Alright, well, let's have a look at the knife.
Something about the shape of that knife gives Gabriel the creeps.
It's the one he keeps seeing, which when his arrow sometimes disappears.
Gabriel doesn't want anything to do with that knife.
Yeah, right. I'd probably cut my own head off with that thing.
That would be impressive. Oh, wall. Ah, wall.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as offerings of fruits to the voodoo deities.
Oh, am I going to get more if I say the...
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as an African statue laden with decorations.
Now, why does that remind me of Grace?
African statue laden with decorations reminds you of Grace? I'm not sure.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as bottles of liquor and wine. The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as lots of burning candles. The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as a gaudy shell necklace.
Well, no, not a gaudy shell necklace.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as a Cupid statue.
It's nice to know voodoo has a romantic side.
I mean... I'm not quite sure how that connects to voodoo, but alright.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as offerings of fruits to the voodoo deities.
Okay, I think we're looping again there. So let's just try and pick up the wall.
Even if that were for sale, Gabriel couldn't afford it.
You couldn't afford a wall? You couldn't afford the wall that holds the shop up? I mean, alright.
That must be Marie Laveau.
Flags.
Gabriel doesn't recognize the museum's flags.
And then gourd and snake.
A beaded gourd is on display.
Snake.
A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Oh, I didn't think that was real. It looked like a thing. A model, a stuffed one.
The snake is too far away.
Oh, my face is in the way. Yeah, of course it isn't. Of course it is, yep. Bionk, there it is. Look, it's a snake. And when I did that...
A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
It moved as well. Oh, there, it's moving. Just as I clicked on it and covered it with that. There we go. Snake, a snake. Oh, it's a snake.
The snake is too far away.
But, okay, I still want to pick it up.
The snake is too far away.
Because of no reasons.
The python is quite dangerous. I would stay back if I were you.
But
thanks
you're not
for the
me.
advice.
So, you know. And this isn't anything here? Oh. Okay, let's just take the snake scale. Like, I can't compare it to this snake like this.
That doesn't work that way.
No. Alright. Hey, Dr. John.
Dr. John is a huge man. If his manner weren't so pleasant, he'd be intimidating.
I mean, I don't know that his manner is pleasant because we haven't really talked to him about anything yet. Hey!
Given the man's size, that doesn't seem advisable.
You don't want me to pick him up? Alright, okay. Hey, Dr. John, let's talk.
Could I ask you a few questions?
That is why I am here.
Good. Tell me about yourself. I can bring myself back. Yeah, but I don't, now that we've got the big old thing coming up, yeah, now I'm prepared to do that. I just didn't want to cover it over again when John was there, because I didn't want to cover over his face. But yeah, hey, tell me about yourself, Dr. John. Are you a doctor? Is your
Tell
name
me
John?
about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Many things. Such as anything.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Tell me anything.
Just tell me anything.
I am a vegetarian.
Oh.
Really? I can't imagine living without meat.
That must be the hunter in you, Mr. Knight.
I never told you my name.
Just tell me anything.
I am not an easy person to get to know. I am a very private man.
Isn't that unusual for someone in the museum business?
Not at all.
What?
My displays speak for me.
I was going to say, why would that be in any way? People who have museums generally aren't all about telling them about yourself. I mean, things like the Victoria and Albert Museum aside, which is the display of stuff relating to Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. King? Albert? Prince? Albert. You know, that's about them and the time that they were around and all of that sort of stuff. But generally museums aren't about the person who is curating them.
Just tell me anything.
Not everyone can come see the museum, so I occasionally do public speaking on the subject of historical voodoo.
Anything coming up that I might attend?
No. But then you have me all to yourself right now, do you not?
True enough. Tell me about your religious beliefs.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Somehow you know my name.
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
Perhaps this is a theme park that the rich author, billionaire, who has set up in order to experience what it's like to be a nobody. Yeah? Maybe he's playing at being a common person. Maybe that's how come everybody knows his name. Sure, that makes sense, doesn't it?
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us just say I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man. But my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
Snakes? Nothing.
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
I mean, that's a weird thing to follow on from what was said just before. Anyway, tell me about animal masks.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I used to have some antique African totem masks, but they were on the point of disintegration, so I removed them.
Tell me something else about animal masks.
Are you sure you can't educate me further about animal masks?
Unfortunately, I do not know much about totem masks. The practice was more African than American, and that is not my area of expertise.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe I'll have to talk to Willie then about that. Tell me about snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah. You have perhaps noticed the museum snake, Mr. Knight?
Oh, now that
They
it's
are
underneath my
beautiful
head, not
creatures.
underneath my head anymore.
Do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Because they've seen Live and Let Die. Right? Is that the one? Yeah. Right, tell me about Capri Sancour.
Do you know what Capri Sancour means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Well, I haven't got a French dictionary, only a German one. Tell me about New Orleans.
What do you think of New Orleans?
It is the only city in the United States, as far as I am concerned.
That's because you're an NPC who will never be able to leave this place. Tell me about St. John's Eve.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
I don't know why we're talking about St. John's Eve. It never came up until that one conversation.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
The killings in the newspaper. I know they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Well, what about if we chat instead?
So how's the museum business?
Those who truly seek to understand are few, Mr. Knight. But even one can be an audience.
Sounds about like my shop. So where do you pick up all this stuff?
Oh, here and there. We accept donations of any pertinent items.
I can't look. I wonder if I have any.
Do you ever
pertinent
get any
items.
wackos in here?
You mean, besides yourself?
Yeah, besides me.
I do not care to make those kinds of judgments, Mr. Knight. All are welcome here.
You're a big guy, aren't you? You work out, play sports?
I do not play basketball, if that is what you want to know.
Who, me? No, you just look like such a natural athlete.
I do find ways of keeping fit, Mr. Knight. After all, our bodies are temples.
Sure, I mean, I don't know why you thought I was asking you about basketball, but
You
alright.
sound like Grace. I should get the two of you together.
Is Grace your wife?
No, she just acts like it.
No, she doesn't. I mean, she hates you. So, if
So
you're
what do
in a
you think of our
dysfunctional
summer
marriage, then
weather?
yes.
Have you ever seen it so overcast or so muggy?
It is unpleasant. The heavens are not pleased these days.
Dun dun dun.
Nice outfit.
I prefer simple cotton to dead flesh, Mr. Knight.
I'll have to remember that. This is quite a place you have here.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. I have dedicated myself to the preservation of this unique culture. It is gratifying to see others reap the fruits I have sown.
It's Ghostbusters 2, isn't it? Where some goop or something gets on a lady's fur jacket, and then it reanimates, and all the heads of the minks, etc., suddenly pop out of there and start screaming and attacking and trying to scurry away from her. Something. So the dead flesh that he's wearing as a leather jacket just reminded me of that, and obviously Dr. John's comment there.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Dun, 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 dun.
Historical voodoo, or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
Both. Tell me about historical voodoo.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion, formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importings of slaves from that region.
Tell me more.
So how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian Revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
Tell me more.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou St. John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Tell me more about this, Greg.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons, and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances. right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continue to meet in private for the real thing.
The real thing.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Oh, finally. We have got a new topic and we've learned a thing. Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Tell me about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaux, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No, but the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
Excellent, good to know. Oh. Yes. At first when he said tours, I thought he was saying, oh, I take tours, as in I participate in the tours as a customer. But no, you were saying you sell tours through so that other people can go in there. Yeah, I'm just an idiot who wasn't catching up with that.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in the religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I personally am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo, but it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
Well, tell me about this hoodoo that people do. Do what?
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the gree-gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
Alright, okay, thanks very much for telling me all this stuff. Can you tell me anything about this person?
Do you know this woman?
Magentia Moonbeam, yes. She is a local voodooienne. There are many of them in New Orleans. They often do business selling gree-gree, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. I often refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to her.
Thank you. Well, I guess we'll be going there. What about these patterns? These strange voodoo patterns. Do you recognize these?
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
Oh, but it's patterns. A voodoo place. What if... Can you look at the murder? Murder photos?
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about the ritual?
There's a feather.
This is truly offensive. This is from one of those recent killings, is it not?
Yeah,
well, actually...
But the police already know that this so-called voodoo ritual is fake. Voodoo is a respectable religion. This kind of thing has nothing to do with voodoo in the city.
Well, I'm
Fine,
glad to know
let's say
that.
that's true. Are you sure there's nothing about the items in this photo?
There is nothing about this sickness that I would identify as voodoo.
What about hoodoo?
Thanks for looking, man.
So it's somebody with a passing knowledge of it who's putting it out there. But what about this scale? Do you recognize this scale?
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
All Alright, if you insist. But I mean, I don't know how. Because I can't look it up in the book, apparently. Well, let's put you on. And then, let's go. Thanks very much for your time.
I'll be going.
Come back again.
Exactly. I will do. And now, there's the St. Louis Cemetery. Do we have... No, we got the mansion. The lake. No, Voodooian. Blah. Let's go to the St. Louis Cemetery and talk to them before we go to anywhere else. Oh, markings on the wall. Before that, a watchman. Hello, watchman.
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
Oh no, and somebody called Ross died over here.
The name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
My family's tomb is down that way, past the Ross tomb.
Ah, the Gabriel tomb. Or the Knight tomb, sorry.
The marble denizens of the cemetery only stare back blankly.
I mean, they did it well. The writings. It's the same thing here?
A stone angel stands silently before a tomb.
Angel.
An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
Sky. That's not the sky, but alright.
St. Louis Cemetery number 1 is one of the most historic and beautiful places in the quarter.
That's so well named as well. St. Louis Cemetery number 1. What a great name. Hey?
New Orleans is famous for its above-ground tombs. The high water table prevents bodies from being interred underground.
Oh no! You talk me!
No way! Something might answer.
That's what I was trying to see what would happen there.
Vases seem to be a favorite decoration for the dead.
Maybe they bring out a single one day, really like the first one.
These would seriously clash with my decorating scheme.
There have been 2 sequels to this. I mean, there have been 2 sequels to the original game, and not the anniversary edition. Gabriel Knight's. Oh, what are they called? He said. I'll look them up. One of them's dragon related. At least Cemetery 1.1. Oh, I see. Cemetery. Sorry. Yes, I see what you're getting at now. Yes. Hilarious, very good. Sorry I didn't pick up on that. But yeah. Well, let's have a brick,
Near
eh?
the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
Well done. I'm sorry that I missed your joke there. That was good. Alright, well, let's have this red brick, eh? Da-na-na-na. And we got points for it as well. Brick.
It's a piece of brick.
Alright, sure. Whatever. And what do we think about these markings?
Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
Can I take them?
The wall doesn't work that way.
Oh, does it not?
Gabriel can't take the marks with him that way.
No, alright. Can I talk to them?
The wall doesn't work that way.
I can't talk to the wall either. Alright, okay. No, sorry. I need to... sketchbook, and then use the sketchbook. We'll take cryptic scrawlings.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
Yeah. I mean, did I?
The marks are reddish in color and remind Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
Alright, well, that one and that one aren't the same. They've got different numbers. But they're only counting up to 4. That's interesting. What about now?
Gabriel can't put his sketch back on the wall.
Oh.
The wall doesn't work that way.
Alright, if the wall doesn't work that way, we got all the stuff there now. Oh. You're not... No, okay. It has been, as I say, it has been a long time since I've played the original, so I cannot recall what is and is
trinkets,
not.
and more
Also, I've never played this, so I
unsettling
don't know what they
things have
changed
been
for the
left at
anniversary.
Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
No thanks.
Plaque.
A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
Marie Laveau, this Greek revival tomb is reputedly burial place of this notorious voodoo queen. Mystic cult voodooism of African origin was brought to this city from Santo Domingo and flourished in the 19th century. Marie Laveau was the most widely known of many practitioners of the cult.
A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not what it says at all.
Mosley and I used to switch street signs, but this is really sick.
Oh, go on. Hey, look, there's X's around it and all kinds of things. No? Can I take that down as well, just in case? No. Alright, okay. Well, I guess I'm done then. There's another tomb over
New
here.
Orleans is famous for its above-ground tombs. The high water table prevents bodies from being interred underground.
I mean, it doesn't. It would just be very, very, very difficult to do.
A stone angel leans down to gaze at something unseen. Most of the plaster has fallen away over the years to reveal walls of red brick.
I thought I was looking at... No, okay, I'm looking at the tomb. I thought I was looking at that statue. What about this tomb?
This old tomb has a sword carved into the stone wall below the name of the deceased. This tomb is smaller than most others in the cemetery.
Kind of a pup tent for the dead.
Two enormous vases flank the front of the Getty tomb.
Ah, the Getty tomb.
Gabriel looks at and in the vases, but he doesn't see anything he wants to take.
Ooh, a weeping angel.
An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb.
When I said weeping angel, I was actually thinking, you know, of just an angel that had fallen over and wasn't in any way, shape or form thinking about the Doctor Who thing, which is also...
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Getty.
There's a switch.
There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors.
No, it's a switch. It says so. It tells me.
The plate is in lock position. There's a keyhole on the plate, but Gabriel can't operate that without a key.
I mean, he could try picking the lock.
It's locked shut.
Alas.
Two heavy, solid marble doors provide an entrance to the tomb.
Do they? They look like... Oh, I suppose they might be metal bars on the tomb door as well.
The doors are heavy and shut tight.
Is it time to do that meme? Let me in! Let's grab hold of the bars and shaking this backwards and forwards on it. No?
The doors are heavy and shut tight. The tomb door is securely shut against the material world.
I can't take it with me. Curses.
Open sesame.
Nope, that doesn't work.
Curses. Alright, okay. What if we... Can we go further down that way? No? Exit to right tomb. It's the wrong tomb though, right? Well, there, I can look at that tomb at least.
With a few exceptions, these tombs are all beginning to look alike.
So inside is a non-material tomb.
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
The right tomb. Did you? Alright. I mean, you do need to go and visit the tomb today, because why not? Hey, you came back! It's a trash can!
The old man is apparently doing some cleanup work.
Again. He's just sweeping the same
Seeing
place.
as how this is a cemetery, Gabriel doesn't really want to know what all is in that trash can.
Hello, Watchman. Can I
An
talk to you?
old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
That says akin. It's akin. Because aching means, you know, when something aches.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Like, alright. Hello. Look at all these conversations. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis No. 1.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, of course, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound, they don't know what they doing.
Tell me about yourself.
That's about all there is to say.
Oh, alright. Tell me about... Oh, it's... It goes there. Okay, I hadn't realised that. Weird. Alright, tell me, do you know about Cerise Saint-Croix?
Do you have any idea what Caprice Saint-Croix means?
Nope. Can't say that I do.
Alright, well, you're useless then. Well, no, you're not. Tell me about animal masks.
Do you know anything
Do you get many
about
mourners
animal
coming around
masks?
here with animal masks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I didn't think so. What about St. Louis Cemetery No. 1?
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins will float right out of their graves. Ha! Them dead will go floating right down into the Calder.
Exactly.
Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice. It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War. Back further, too. Take a look around. You'll see.
If you had some sort of pumping machine which works 24/7, then you could bury them underground, but as I say, not something that was in remotely feasible. Alright, hey, just want to chat? What you been scraping up? No, don't tell me what you've been scraping up around here.
You been working here a long time?
Longer than you've been alive, son. I may perhaps be here longer than you'll be alive, for that matter.
Thanks. I really wanted to talk about my own mortality and think about how I'm gonna die. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. That's why I came to the cemetery.
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. They act up some at the full moon, though.
You must enjoy the company of dead folks.
Unlike the living, they ain't never given no reason to dislike them none.
I'm just thinking about the best joke, I guess, I know about cemeteries is that they're the dead center of town.
How's business today?
About like every day. It's what you call a seller's market.
People are dying to get in there. Tell me about snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them aren't poisonous, of course. I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
Alright, what about New Orleans? Do you know
What can
anything
you
about New
tell me
Orleans?
about New Orleans?
Seem like everyone wants to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tours. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
What can you tell me? Hey, random guy who happens to be in a cemetery and has to deal with dead bodies all the time. You know anything about murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Isn't it just awful, them finding those bodies with the voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody trying to cover their tracks is all.
Yeah, sounds about right. What do you know about real voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
Right, what about St. John's Eve?
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Well, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get weird goings-on in the cemetery on that night. More often on a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and who knows what.
That's pretty disgusting.
Wasn't me.
Don't know what they do with them, but it can be pretty.
Definitely wasn't me. I just picked up a brick. Don't worry about it.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of Narlands, a powerful voodoo yin and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Where else do they leave marks and things?
You said there were other marked tombs?
Yep. I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and congreve, animal parts, human parts even, it look like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. And this is one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Alright, thanks. Thanks. I don't really want to think about that. Hey, have you got any, do you know anything about this?
Does this mean anything to you?
These markings, you see them?
I see them marks all the time on the tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Interesting. So they're not voodoo marks? Or Dr. John didn't say they were voodoo marks. Hey, what about this brick? Do you know anything about this brick?
Does this mean anything to you?
Brick.
It's a piece of brick. You can find them all over the cemetery.
I'm on to you. You're stealing the bricks. What if I tell you I'm a police officer?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Alright, okay. Then
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Are you sure? I would quite like to go that way.
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Alright, okay. Well then, maybe we've got as much as we can from here for the moment. And we've been delaying it. Well, let's drive out to the Getty Mansion. Roses? Ooh.
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house.
No! A gazebo. Look, they're not even telling us. They're just interested in the trees. They're not even going to point out the gazebo that is going to eat us later.
The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss.
Can I have some?
These trees have been here for 100 years. They're not going anywhere.
What about the moss, though? Can I pick
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants.
Yeah, he did. Oh, now we've got the lawn that we can look at.
The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed.
Good
This
to
is
know.
private property. Gabriel should stay near the front door till invited to do otherwise.
Too late. I'm going to click on the lawn. Oh, no, I can't. I can't walk over there. How does a... Oh, no, I didn't actually want you to exit the map. I was just walking backwards and forwards on the thing. Alright. Hedges. What have we got in the hedges?
Perfectly groomed hedges run along the front of the porch.
Alright.
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants.
Yeah, he did. One rose in particular. Or something
Tall, narrow shutters provide beauty and protection. The shutters are attached to the house.
Doesn't mean they can't be unattached. There was a point where they weren't attached to it.
The windows are made of thick, heavy glass. The only thing Gabriel can see inside is even thicker drapery. It wouldn't be worth breaking into Malia's house.
Why not? Alright, let's look generally at the mansion.
The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed.
The mansion and the lawn are the same. Alright, okay. Oh, enter? Just enter? I was expecting to knock on the door or something, but no? Alright, okay. We are going to do it that way. That's good. I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense otherwise.
May I help you?
Yes, sir, of course you may. I, sir, am the butler here.
The man looks intellectual, polished, and impervious. He gazes at Gabriel with a superior eye.
Gabriel wonders if he's Malia's secretary, bodyguard, butler, or something more personal.
The fact that his narration says butler makes me think he's the butler. Oh, and these lawns just reminded me of a joke. I've just finished a big gardening job. I had to lay down a load of stuff on it to make it impervious to chickens. Then the council had to come around and check it was up to their standards. They told me it was impeccable. Ha ha ha. Introduction, the almighty Tortip giving us spoilers. Yeah, indeed.
Better not try that. The man looks ready to whip up an army at the slightest notice.
Well, when I guess I'm trying to pick him up. Hello, I am talking to you. Selling encyclopedias, magazine subscriptions, sweet silverware polish. Let me in! Wrong house. Sorry, sir, wrong house.
Wrong house. Never mind.
Fine. Good day.
No, I'm going to knock on the door and have you come out again, and I'm going to tell you I'm selling silverware now. Because I have to go through all of the things. And then you will say, I won't let you in. And then I will show you the police badge, maybe?
May I help you?
Yes, you may. I'm selling encyclopedias.
Encyclopedias?
Go away.
Alas. Who could it possibly be at the door this time?
May I help you?
Oh, it's the same person. I am surprised. Hello, butler. I wish to sell you a magazine
I have a
subscription.
fine selection of magazine subscriptions for sale.
We do not welcome solicitors.
That always... I mean, I know solicitors means what it means in this context, but solicitors is also a word we use over here for lawyers. Particular type of lawyers. So
may I help you?
They would welcome solicitors because they would help them write wills and stuff. I mean, solicitors generally do a lot of different stuff, but wills is there. So I'm surprised that she doesn't have a solicitor, so to speak. Silverware polish?
Are you tired of polishing silver day in and day out?
We don't have silver. All of our utensils are solid gold.
Oh, I see. Well, I represent Lumor Armored Cars, and...
Beat it. And comb your hair.
What? You don't get to say that about my hair. Honestly. Who goes from silverware to armored cars?
May I help you?
Yeah, it's me again. Do you recognize me? No? You got the memory of a goldfish? Let me in!
Please let me in.
No. Go away before I call the police.
I am the police. Or, at least, I am a person who has a badge that says I might belong to the police. Possibly?
May I help you?
Yes. Alright. Tell me, I'm gonna finally talk to you and say I would like to speak to Miss Getty.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I'd really like to see Malia Getty.
I told you that unless you have official business with Ms. Getty, I cannot let you in.
I do have official business with her. I officially want to see her.
I'd really like to see Malia Getty.
I told you that unless you have official business with Ms. Getty, I cannot let you in.
Okay, do not go back inside the house when I say exit. Instead, look at my police badge.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Ms. Getty.
No, you have a waiting room inside a mansion like this. You don't leave them standing on the front door. Do you know nothing about etiquette,
Ms. Getty
Butler?
will see you.
Oh.
Right this way.
The Americas, they do it all wrong.
Ms. Getty will be down shortly.
Thank you.
Is that... I think... Oh, you can I Have my arrow back? No. But the photo that is high, or the picture that is highest up, I believe that's how she looked in the original game. I believe that is a photo from the original game. Just
What can I
really
do for you, detective?
Many things. I'm not a detective, for one. Right, first of all, let's look around your beautiful, beautiful home. I'm
Harvard
not doing anything.
classics. Homer, Virgil. Maybe Malia wouldn't be impressed by a signed copy of one of Gabriel's novels.
They could have bought these by the yard, just to impress people, and might actually enjoy.
Gabriel's already
work.
read that one.
Has he? All right. What about this modern art?
Modern art?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
I don't. Is it?
Roses and gardenias give the air a sweet taint.
I was gonna say I'm not entirely au fait with, you know, loads of art, but I thought Picasso. I didn't think Picasso did sculptures.
Genuine lion skin.
I can imagine doing things on that rug.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, chair. Let's look at the chair.
The leather on the chair is as soft as butter. Gabriel's coat feels like rawhide in comparison.
I should use that sentence myself about every object in it's on the clown. Yeah, why not?
It would be rude to take that now, but Gabriel makes a mental note about it for the prenuptial. The only thing Gabriel wants to mess around with in this room is Malia herself.
Thank you, narrator. And, oh, that mug, it's a Picasso. Really?
The only thing Gabriel's likely to burn here is his bridges.
Very well done.
It's rather warm in here, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry if you're uncomfortable. The fireplace doesn't really give off much heat without the stove insert, so I indulge myself, even in the summer.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's the fireplace anyway.
Oh ho ho, you smooth-talking
Gabriel's hot enough.
person of the 90s. Art.
Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
The only thing Gabriel wants to mess around with in this room is Malia herself.
Alright, well, we'll have it again. What about, can I steal
It
your art?
would be rude to take that now, but Gabriel makes a mental note about it for the prenuptial.
Alright, what about... No, you don't count as anything? Chandelier? No? Flowers? Table?
The side table probably costs more than Gabriel's shop.
I can rearrange things once I move in.
Yes, of course.
Dante's Inferno. Nothing like a little light reading. Dante's...
Okay, so it is all the same. I just wondered if it was like, hey, you can look over here and see all these books, and it'll just keep going through different books.
Gabriel's already read that one.
Alright, okay. And what about the sculpture?
Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
The only thing Gabriel wants to mess around with in this room is Malia herself.
Alright, well, now I want to take
it. It would be rude to take...
Alright. Oh, vase. We haven't seen the vase. Everything but the vase. We've looked at the flowers, but not the vase.
Ming Dynasty, perhaps?
Alright, now what can we do? What can we do with Malia?
Undoubtedly proof that there is a god.
That's not what I wanted to say.
Gabriel is trying to impress the girl, not make her gag.
No, I'm not making that joke. No, that's it. We'll keep it clean. We'll leave it to Gabriel to make the horrible, horrible jokes like that. I will not say anything.
I'm trying.
Trying what?
To reach the truth.
Alright, okay. Let me show you my badge.
Does this badge mean anything to you?
It got you in to see me, Detective, so it obviously means something to me.
Alright. What about this brick? Do you want to see this brick?
Does this mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
Did I just show you a photograph of a brick? Because that was a weird thing to pull out there, but alright. Alright, I'll talk to you
Mind
properly.
if I ask you a few questions, Miss Kitty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah, let's just have a... Oh, flirt with her. No, let's just have a chat.
This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
Done anything exciting lately?
I'm sorry, but I'm very busy. Can we get to the point?
Yeah, I'm a fake police officer who's
So what's new with you?
trying to
Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure, Detective.
disagree.
Do you receive all your visitors in this library?
Usually, I feel more comfortable surrounded by things that I love.
So, you like books?
My books, my art, yes.
You know, we have a lot more in common than you might imagine.
I would love to chat about that sometime, Detective, but I'm really pressed at the moment.
Something about your animation is just off. I don't know what it is. Alright, well, we're going to go through all of these topics, so tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
Many things, but you do have a choice. What are your interests?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Tell me about your career. What do you do?
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise.
Including
the management of our
hospitals,
business
you horrible
affairs and
person.
properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Yeah. As I said, you should not own hospitals. Went through that before, but stop doing that. Stop owning hospitals. That's not right.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
Oh, I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you, or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Sacrifice.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large extended family.
I see.
What about a husband or a boyfriend?
Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
Tell me anything, absolutely anything about you. I'd love to know.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh, why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please. I do have some morals, Detective.
Detective. Detective who might have studied some law at some point. I have morals. I mean, I know all cops are bastards, but still.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Jr. and I. Phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you'd keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course.
Who is John Jr.? I'm trying to think who in the 1993 might have been John Jr. Or whether they're just, you know, picking a name at random and saying, oh yeah, this is a famous thing that happened. I can't think of anybody.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Alright, tell me about animal masks!
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I mean, it's art, so
Animal
you might
masks? I don't know what you mean.
know. No. Can you do some translation? What is Cabri Sancour?
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sancour means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am.
That's something I could just, you know, type into Google anywhere and work out nowadays. But hey, not now. Do you know anything about... You drove past the new Voodoo Murders. Have you heard anything more about them around here?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
I mean, no. I don't know what you read in the papers. That was what I was asking you. But anyway. Tell me about voodoo in general.
What
do you
can
know
you tell
anything
me
about
about
Is it
voodoo?
something that is in your family?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the Voodoo
I was
Murders.
gonna say.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh? Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
I mean, yes. I even imagined that I was a police detective. I was going to say police constable. And that's far too low down on the ranks for this. Tell me, have you lived in New Orleans all your life? Is there anything in particular you like about the city?
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
Have you?
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Thanks, Gabriel. That is...
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm no expert. I don't fear them like most people do.
Alright. What do you know about St. John's Eve?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, the lady does protest too much. Anyway, Marie Laveau.
What do you know about Marie Laveau?
I've heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Alright. Let's finish.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
But you said you don't have much free time at all whatsoever. You said what you have is business, and then you like your art when you've got your free time. Alright, okay. You spend a lot of time out there despite not having much free time at all. Now, alright, we'll flirt with you.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich.
It doesn't look brownish
Man,
gold.
if I could bottle that,
Not
I'd
from
make
there.
a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
It might be.
A good
You never
detective
know.
never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
That's what I was
Then
saying.
you must be truly exceptional at your job.
No, I can still flirt with you. Alright, well, let's do it again.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Getty. Your legs are so strong. Do you work out at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well, Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
Oh, me too.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I mean,
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
No.
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I'm a private detective.
I saw you at the
Well, I'm
lake
not.
yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer.
Why would I?
Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Molly, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
Wait a second. You're not really a rich
Robert?
person. You cannot be a rich person. You know the name of your
Show
butler.
Mr. Knight out.
My God.
Please.
This house is full of deceptions.
I most certainly will.
Full of deceptions.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Alright, well. Does this mean that now the gazebo is going to eat us as we leave? You know what? Let's throw a brick through a window. Oh, we can't. It doesn't let me. Let's throw a brick through a window before we go, I was going to say. Alright, I guess we're exiting back to the map. Let's go back to... Oh! The Moonbeam residence. That wasn't there before, was it? When I was looking at
A
it?
sign on the front door of Magenta's home reads, "Attuning with the Spirit Realm, back on June 22nd.
Nah, okay, so that's why we couldn't go there now. Alright. I'm trying to put the badge back, now that we've done that. I mean, I know that doesn't sound very, likely, but hey.
Hey, bud.
You!
Last time I looked.
Give me my badge, right now!
That's what I came back to do.
Is that why you're so excited? If you knew what I needed it for...
I was coming
I'm
back
sure
to give
it was
to
to
you.
impress a woman. You could have asked. Do you know how embarrassing it is to admit your badge was stolen? I had a photo with the chief, and he wanted me wearing it. I should
my
lock
God.
you up, Knight.
I'm so
I suppose you could. Seems to me, though, there was that time you borrowed my bike without mentioning it, right from in front of my shop.
Yeah, don't remind me. Just don't do it again.
No, I came back to give you your badge. I was hoping to just slip it in without you noticing, I'll admit that. But hey.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
I know how to use a brick with somebody.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I was going to actually tell you about some stuff. No? Alright. We'll ask about these things.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
Okay, I'm fine, whatever.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
I don't think so. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you got more?
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know much except what I already told you.
What about Capri Sanko?
Does the phrase Capri Sanko mean anything to you?
Hell no! Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
How's the case
What's
going?
the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
I told you, it's going for shit.
Yeah, but not when I came in today. Or sorry, not when I came in this time. Alright, let's go. We're gonna go back to the shop. And see if there's anything...
I'm gonna hit the road.
Ciao, baby.
I don't speak any languages apart from English, but I can't say ciao. I don't suppose you know anything, do you, Franks? You don't know what Capri Sanko means? You don't happen to speak French?
Excuse me, officer?
Yes?
Nah, okay, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Fine. I'll get back to work.
Back on our bike. And back to the shop.
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Now, hold on. Oh, I can't look at the cupboard. I wanted to look at your resume again, Grace, because I couldn't remember if we said you spoke multiple languages. I just wanted to check
Got a
that
minute,
before I asked
Grace?
you about
What's
Capri
up?
Sanko. Yeah, Capri Sanko.
Do you have any idea what Capri Sanko means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Yes, it does. If only I knew somebody who spoke French.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. Must be a local custom. New Orleanians love to party.
New Orleanians.
Do
Is
you
that
know
really how they
anything
say it?
about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Just when I think the game can't go even...
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you've just heard everything I know about her.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Look up a Madame Casanel. Alright,
I
okay.
need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Molly Aghetti was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
I mean, that doesn't
As
mean
if that
anything
makes
to
a difference to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll see what I can find.
Equal opportunity.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Is that it? I mean, let's look at the bookshelf. Faust, 3. No, German-English dictionary. I mean...
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Everything sounded...
Risa means a journey. I wonder if I'll ever use this stuff.
And here's the Snakes of the World book. But I cannot look up it in the snake book. It won't let me. So I'm not sure, I cannot recall how we do this. Alright, let's have some coffee. Ah, the black liquid that keeps the world turning. You thought it was oil. No, it's coffee.
Good coffee.
Alright, so for some people it's coffee. I don't like coffee. Let's have a look at all the things. Well, okay, no, let's not look at all of the things that we got here. But look, these are all the things we got for the journal. Okay. Mosey said I could ask Frank to let me check out the Voodoo Murders file. Yep, okay. 8 Nights of Nightmares. That reminds me I should stop and talk to Mosley. Telling Mosley to put in the book. Voodoo aspects are fake. When I see my nightmares, changes into a leopard. I know it's a coincidence, but it's damn strange. Okay, the patterns at the crime scene. Okay, so I've got the patterns. There's something of those patterns from the murders. Franks has got some eagle eyes trained on thing. Photocopies of brick. No, we got that. Nothing like a distraction to get what I want. Upcoming Voodoo Johnson Eves. Rock mark at the Dixon drawer is the only animal mask I've seen. Want the damn thing. I'm broke as usual. Need to dig up some cash. What does it mean? There's more. He's never going to tell something like you. Nothing but curios. So if I can talk to her, there's Voodoo Ann from St. George's books. I'll go talk to her later this week. Keeps a snake. Wish I could get a sample of its scales. Really? So do I just need to... it's a plexiglass. Do I smash it with a brick? So Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, is buried here. She's got some weirdos writing on it. I've got a copy of it in case it means something. It didn't take too long for her to figure out. The good old night charm hasn't failed me yet. I'm pretty sure she feels the attraction. Alright, okay, thanks. Thanks for your hints and tips. Alright, let's try and smash the snake out. For some reason.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
At the Voodoo Museum.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
I can't really distract you. I wonder if you... I don't think you're going to have anything more to say, because we didn't
Can
really
I ask
get
you some more
anything
questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Good. No, you got all of that. Let me ask you about snakes again.
Is this snake yours? Do you use it in your practice of voodoo?
I admire the spirit of the snake, Mr. Knight. But snakes like the museums can be quite dangerous to handle.
You didn't really answer my question.
I think I did, Mr. Knight.
Snake, just in case something exciting happens, is underneath my head, so... Hey, I'm smashing open the window.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
No, didn't think so. But I figured I might as well use it. And there's nothing... I can't... I mean, I can go over here and look at this. I guess I haven't taken down...
The Voodoo Shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Yep. But I can't smash it with a
That
brick.
doesn't work that way.
No, there's nothing I can... Like, oh, you come over here and talk to me about something. No? Alright. Well, Dr. John, how about I show you the Voodoo Code? Does that mean anything to you? What with you being a voodooologist?
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
No. They look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local cemeteries are quite dangerous. Buggers, vandals. I would avoid going there alone if I were you.
Really? Thanks for the advice.
Dun dun dun! Beep beep. Oh. I had not
It's
seen
an
that
electrical switch.
Oh, well. No, the room is plunged into darkness and I definitely don't get to do something with the snake.
What does this do?
Turn that thing off.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
The snake is going all crazy.
Conditioning, you see.
Yeah, I see.
You couldn't see that underneath my head. I'm going to turn it on again, and you can see the snake.
Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Yes, he does. He wants to do something with the... Watch the snake go all crazy again. Can I put something? I could block it up with clay.
That doesn't seem to work that way.
I mean, that's moon logic. What if I smash it with a brick?
That doesn't work that way.
No. Alright. underneath my head is a snake.
I'll be going.
That sounds
Come
weird
back
when
again.
when I say that. I can go back to the cemetery. What if I mess things up by using a brick on the markings?
Gabriel likes the idea of leaving marks on the tomb, but at the moment, he's not sure what to say or how to say it.
No. Let's go to the Gettys too. See if anybody's turned up here to look at their things. Okay, this is where the key needed a key, but no, nobody's come. And you don't want to take us to. I want to exit to right to.
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Alright, yep. Ryan, you said that yesterday. Or you said that the last time we were here, which was still today. Well, I mean, I can go back to the Dixieland drugstore. I don't think there's anything more for you're going to try and tell me, because I'm not in with...
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
With,
Whatever,
Kavanaugh.
man.
Marie!
What do you know about Marie Laveau?
Marie? She's somebody from the old days. One of them old folk tales. The tourists eat it up, no?
Yeah, they do.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $120.
I mean, I don't know why I would
What?
need...
You said you'd sell it for 100 before.
But hey.
You misheard, monsieur. The price was always $120.
Alright. I mean, I'm going to go back to the shop. Our shop. See if Grace has had a
Hey,
chance to do
Grace,
any...
here I am.
Have you done
Oh
any
boy,
research?
party time.
Have you completed your research? In the short amount of time I've been gone? That sure would be
Got
great.
a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Or are you only going to have research from
Could you
tomorrow?
do some research for me?
Sure, what?
No, I can't think of anything. Alright,
I can't think of anything.
neither can I. And I think, because I am stuck on this at the moment, I think it is time for me to save the game. And St. George's Books. Day 2. I think this is where we're going to end for today. Oh, look. We're in her... back in her place, but with me in the place of Gabriel now. So yeah, there we are. This is where we're going to end for the day. We'll be back with this game on Tuesday. Point-and-Click Tuesday. So 2 days' time. So not tomorrow. But we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be back with Horizon Forbidden West, which we will be continuing with. So I hope you're here for that, or to come back for Gabriel Knight, or just for being here. I hope you've enjoyed your time here, and I hope that whether you were go into Spiel, because I can't find a quick way to link it very well. So smooth, just as smooth as Gabriel was. Yes. Whether you were here live and in person, or if you were here later on the board, know that I appreciate you for having been here. You're amazing. As I say, we will be back tomorrow. Horizon Forbidden West tomorrow. And then, we'll do the weekly thing. Horizon Forbidden West tomorrow. Then Gabriel Knight on Tuesday. Then more for Horizon Forbidden West on Wednesday. Then I will be streaming on Thursday this week, when I don't usually stream. And that will be System Shock. And then I will not be streaming on Friday this week. And I should be back on Saturday streaming. It will be System Shock again on Saturday. So yes, I hope you can join me for any of those that pique your interest this week. But until the next time, I have been Richard. There's something around me. Why? That's been LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels, and you have fun, and stay weird. Oh, did I tell you? This is a Picasso.